Check 1 2. Check 1 2. How we looking? How we looking? We looking good? I think we're looking good. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back, everybody. It has been 5 months since I last played this game, but holy shit, bro. We are back with more Sense Memories. And the reason why I remember it so significantly that it was like 5 months is because there was something very significant that happened during the first episode too, which is also up on my VOD channel. Which, speaking of which, if you haven't already gone and subbed to the VOD channel, definitely make sure you do so. I got some new channel graphics. So now that anytime I want to, I can just put these up here and have you, and like it'll like it. I feel like it'll get people, a lot more people to go and like actually, you know, follow the channel, follow here, and you know, go check out my other stuff too. Here's the Twitch one. That was the YouTube one. Here's the Twitch one. But while we got that going, let me go and say hello to everybody. What's good, Zilla? Hello, Galad. We got Dusty. And what's up, Cat? Welcome in everybody. Hope y'all doing good on this lovely Friday. For anybody, for a lot of y'all, it's probably already the weekend, but for some, the weekend is almost here. So if the weekend's almost here for you, hang in there. You got this. But yeah, it's good to see y'all. I'm actually kind of excited to get back to this because you know me, bro. I love visual novels. I love playing visual novels, bro. And plus, we finished. We finally finished Summer Girlfriend. What was it? About a couple weeks ago. And like almost every playthrough, like current up to current, is all of that is on the VOD channel. So once again, if you miss anything live, the VOD channel is always there. For anybody who wants to go and see what they missed. Visual novels is pretty fun for sure. I loved Doki Doki. Well, the thing is, for me, the one thing, or I guess I should say the one person who inspired me to try and stream visual novels myself, obviously has to be Noble, or aka Lost Paws. Like, just seeing how like he interacts with the characters and just like the funny moments that like spring from like the lines he reads. Like that, like got me, like that was what heavily inspired me to want to like try out visual novels and like build my own experience from it. Like I've loved it ever since. Like in my 5 years of streaming, bro, I'd say visual novels are probably under Nintendo games, visual novels are like my second favorite thing to stream. That of course like Nintendo's, more specifically like Mario games, visual novels, JRPGs, and like other anime games. Like that's basically what I've built my channel off of. And also, you know, occasions where I like play games with my homies. What's good, Shinobu? What's up, Theo? Welcome in, bro. But anyways, how's the game volume, by the way? Is it too loud? If it is, let me know. As compared to my own voice. Oof, Jesus Christ. I don't need that repeating over and over. I think we'll turn it up just a little bit more. Volume sounding good, IMO? Okay, good. Alright. Where did I save? I did, okay. Damn, November. Load this save, yeah. We'll just go ahead, we'll just continue from where we saved at. This is one of my regular spots. It was a quiet, insignificant spot on campus, and the lack of foot traffic made it all the more relaxing. I ain't got work today, right? I had made it my routine to go over my schedule for the day whenever I had free time, which is generally during my morning and afternoon break. Playing Cherub Skirt Expedition 33 at the moment is a banger. Ooh, nice, bro. Nice. Just to be sure, I had checked my schedule on my phone. I was still being treated like a part-timer and would only come in when they need extra help, like what happened yesterday. I wasn't scheduled for work today, which meant I was free until later this evening. This time of my life was precious, and I'd never get my 20s back again, so I needed to make good use of it. Go home and sleep? I'll go look for Chihaya. I was worried about Chihaya and brought up yesterday. There had been multiple times in the past where she had brought up things that she had wanted to do on a whim. Everything always got hazy midway through, And I was sure this time would end up the same, or so I assumed, but it might play out differently since the former estate was involved. Jahia, she ain't gone home yet, right? I think that answers our question. Let me turn it down just slightly more. It's a bit loud in my ears. I could be wrong though, but if it ever gets too quiet, definitely let me know, guys. I'm getting into that as soon as I'm done with Oblivion. I've been looking forward to that one dropping. Oh, the Claire Obscure game. I've been seeing a lot of people trying out Oblivion. What was it like? It was like all through yesterday. There's a lot of people on Oblivion, and apparently there's 2 versions from what I'm hearing. There's Bethesda's, and then there's another version called Sky Oblivion. I don't know what the deal with that is. Yeah, it looks really good. It do look good. Hey, what up, Daisy? What's good? Oh, speaking of which, now that Daisy's here, I finally get to see my my new customized VIP and mod badges that I put into FFZ. It's now my gramophone logo that it's like I've been wondering if I was to ever, because like FFZ has this free feature where you can make like custom VIP and mod badges. So I was just like, what would mine's be? And I wanted it to still be music related. So I was just like, these old gramophone logos that I made like 3 to 4 years ago, I finally put those to good use. Let's see. I think it's a mod. Yeah, the Sky Oblivion is a mod. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank y'all for clarifying that. What's good, Daisy? Hey, hope your trip's been going well. Definitely. I did send you some stuff related to what we I did send you some stuff related to our business. So, I just wanted you to, have fun on your trip first, and then we can get back to that. But I hope you've been doing well.
Thank you.
Also, holy shit, Daisy with the subs, bro. How many is that? What the hell? 20? Jesus Christ, Daisy.
The _great_kingzilla incorporated has subbed for 1 month. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it when I get home. Excellent. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it got to you. I wasn't trying to really interrupt you while you was on your trip. I just wanted you to focus on that. Focus on being with your family, and just enjoying yourself really. But I'm glad it made its way through to you. I'm gonna work on it when I get home. Thank you for your hard work, boss. It's sounding amazing. Hey, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I feel like we're on the verge of like a winner. I feel like we're on the verge of that. So I can't wait to get back to work on it. I am working on the other one too. In the meantime, I've been working on that one as well. So yeah, I played it for my brother, and he said I can't sing, but what a big brother. Hey.
Captain Xplo has subbed for 1 month.
Sub go towards the Switch too. I mean, I'm probably not even gonna be able to get one if I'm being real with you. I already probably am not getting it day one. So
Kafka_Rabios has subbed for 1 month. Thank you.
I heard pre-orders were a clusterfuck. Your singing is the best. Yeah, I think Daisy has a fucking amazing voice.
Sirius Wait has subbed for 1 month. Thank you.
And I'm not glazing, bro. Like, I genuinely, after listening to Daisy's, vocal tracks, I think she has a great voice. He told me to get lessons. I mean, he ain't wrong, but still, he's a stinker. Damn. Well, I mean, I think of it like this. If he was able to be that honest with you, I think I think I take it as, you know, I feel like if he was able to be that honest with you and like actually like not hold back his opinions in any way, I feel like I feel like I look at that more as like a positive, because like at least that gives you the idea. It's just like, hey, I know I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Got to start somewhere. A voice is an instrument. Exactly. So lessons aren't a bad idea. Yeah, I agree. A voice is an instrument.
Thank you.
The body itself, the human body itself is an instrument when you think about it. Meanwhile, my sister was fangirling. She was like saying I'm amazing.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to hear like your family is like, you know, enjoying your covers too. That's awesome to hear. But yeah.
Caitlin has subbed for 1 month. Thank you.
Have you always had the stash? I've had it for a good few months now. I started growing it out right after I started growing it out right after I came back from TwitchCon last year. And I just say, you know what? I feel like this kind of looks better on me than, you know, being clean shaven, because of like how I look at my face and like how I like. Cause like I feel like as I'm growing older, I feel like the more like the longer I stay clean shaven, the more disfigured I'm gonna be like thinking my face is. So I just grew the stash out as so, you know, like just to help, because like, you know, the space between like my nose and like my top lip is looks so weird to me whenever I look in the mirror. So the stash helps. Not to mention I also, cause like my fashion is shifting more towards like a 70s aesthetic. The stash also helps with that too.
Jimenez 1993 has subbed for 1 month.
W gifted though. Thank you so much for that, Daisy. You did not have to do that at all, but that very much appreciated. It really do be like that. See, Cap knows what I'm talking about. Stash is the face accessory. But a lot of people, but like from what I've been hearing, like a lot of people have really liked the mustache. I've been getting a lot of compliments on it, so it's just like, so that's another reason why I've been keeping it too. I do like it a lot. I'm glad like more and more people are telling me like, you know, they like the mustache, because like it like really helps with like as far as, you know, like I feel like when I look in the mirror and like, you know, see how it looks with just the stash and everything, like I feel like it's a bit more of a self-esteem boost, because I feel like I look better. I feel like I look better with it versus, you know, staying clean shaven and then just looking at that weird fucking I don't know if you call it asymmetry or dissymmetry, you know, going on, but I feel like, you know, the stash has been working a lot better in my favor, so I'm glad people are liking it. You have a baby face, which ain't bad, but it does help you look more mature. Yeah, my mom told me the same thing. Cause like I remember like first time I saw her like with my stash like growing out like this, she said, you know, I feel like you should, she said like not talking as your mama, and then just like from like as a woman, from that perspective, I think the stash looks a lot better on you. So I was just like, hey, mama knows best, bro. Very, very handsome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, it looks like the alerts have caught up here. Dude, I don't know why I keep fucking forgetting to make the variations on the gift sub alerts. Because, like, what you just heard right now is just it playing through all of them individually instead of just, like, a whole, like, just, like, a one-shot variation of it. And I keep forgetting to do it. One, because I never expect anybody to do that kind of stuff in here. Like, people gift at least one or two here and there. But, like, I never expect anybody to gift more than that. Like, I really don't. So I always forget to do it. I always be forgetting to do it. But, I'm gonna make sure I take care of that, cause y'all be going crazy with the support. Like y'all do, bro. More than I can ever even expect, or more than I deserve. For real, for real. Oh, so what's good, Deadshot? Welcome in, bro. Hope you're doing well. But anyways, we was trying to check on Chihaya here. That was how we was gonna spend our day. And just as I was about to stand up, Chihaya and Hinata both showed up. They knew about my regular hangout spots and would occasionally meet up here. Well, there was lots of cases where they would message me on Choco and ask to meet up too. I sat down and Chihaya joined me on the bench. Hinata remained standing. The bench wasn't especially large, but it wouldn't be impossible for our three of us to sit at once if we scrunched a little more closely together. But Hinata wouldn't even try to sit, even if we made space for her. She had demonstrated as much right after she enrolled in the university. The two of them speaking generally quite close. The two of them was generally quite close, and relatively speaking, Hinata's speech and mannerisms toward Chihaya weren't so reserved. But it was in these moments that Hinata took pride as her attendant. It may have been an exaggeration to put it that way, but it showed just how much she respected Chihaya. What's good with you? Despite being seated next to each other, it sounded like Chihaya was having more trouble breaking the ice than usual. Oh yeah, for those who wasn't here the last episode, apparently there's like this little girl who happened to know our big brother, who unfortunately died in a tragic car accident. And there's a little girl who happened to really get to know our brother, and she thinks we're the reason why he's dead, or like we're the ones who killed him. And so she has like a resentment towards us. Called us our brother's murderer. Now it made sense. That's what she had come here to ask. Of course she'd be curious, especially considering what the girl shouted right in front of us. Not a thing. Neither Misora nor Dad had a clue neither.
So.
I just tell her it was me. Jesus.
Ne.
Nice.
Junya. 大丈夫?
I see. That's what they was really here for. Those was old friends for you. We was close enough that they could tell I was thinking about when that girl showed up at Suigendo yesterday. I'm fine. I appreciate you. More importantly, I should ask you to be sure. Do either of you know anything about that girl? Chihaya nodded to my somewhat forced change of subject.
初めて見た子だと思う。ひなたも覚えがないって。
I figured.
一体どういうつもりなのでしょう。非常識にも程があります。
Whoa, Hinata's voice was crazy scary. She sounded exceptionally cranky.
あの子はすごく思い詰めた感じだったし、放っておくのは良くないんじゃない？
That's great in theory, but we ain't got no idea where she is. We ain't got no idea who she is or where the hell she came from.
あの様子では、また水源洞に押しかけてくるのではないですか?
Yeah, that's most likely. We should expect it.
あの子、純也さんに思うところがあるようですからね。
Yeah.
言葉でも十分に非常識ですが、行動に移されては困ります。千早様にも危害が及ばないとは限りません。
Oh, now it made sense why she looked so upset. Hinata was wary of that girl.
そこまでするとは思わないけど。あのままじゃ、なんだか心配だわ。
True. She a full crash out right now. And I was worried too. After all, that girl was...
でも確かに、何もわからない相手なんだから、手の打ちようもないか。
Yeah. The next time she comes to Sugendo, we should at least get a name out of her.
千早様、 そろそろ本題を。
そうだった。
There wasn't much else that we could say about that girl. At Hinata's prompting, Chihaya clapped her hands together to change the mood, and
昨日の話の続きしてもいい？
anytime I hear the name Hinata, I can only think of Haikyuu. The first Hinata that comes to mind for me is obviously Hinata from Naruto. I watched more of Naruto than I did of Haikyuu. I don't even know if I finished that show. I'm willing to say that I didn't. We wasn't in a talkative mood after that girl had left, so Chihaya and Hinata left as well. Sure, I ain't got no work today either.
よかった。
Chihaya was delighted and grabbed my right wrist.
なら行きましょ
Damn, to where?
う。もちろんおじいさまの家よ。車は用意してあるから。
You can drive? Chihaya kept a firm grip around my wrist as she rose to her feet and walked off, but not without Hinata trailing close behind. I really wasn't gonna try and run away, even if she ain't deliberately grabbed me by the hand.
戻っていいわ。歩いて帰るから。
Chihaya said as much to the Hojo family's personal chauffeur that had brought us from the university to near the old estate, and the driver silently nodded and departed. Well, well, well. Cars sure are great. Let me catch a ride in the mornings, too. Chihaya and Hinata were driven to school as a matter of household policy. In that aspect, she was the definition of a high-class girl, or what we in AAVE like to call bougie.
ダメです。千早様に変な噂が立ってしまうと困りますから。
I guess that also applied to the attendant she had with her, who interjected without a moment's delay.
私は気にしないけど、お父様がね。
Chihaya forced a smile and then walked on ahead of us.
こっちよ。
We was currently walking a bit north of Suikendo, in an area that had been lined with houses for ages, near the Matoi station. The Hojo family had lived in these houses for generations, but Chihaya's mother had a home with better access to transportation built around the time she got married. This was the old Hojo estate. Now this should take me back.
そうね。子供の頃は3人でよく遊んだよね。
中へ入りましょう、純也さん。
I can only think about the plethora of childhood games they played in a space like this, bro. That shit must have been lit. Oh, sure. I did as Hinata prompted and stood in front of the gate and grabbed the handle. Huh? Upon closer inspection, it appeared to be locked and donned a sizable keyhole in the doorway. Chihaya, I need the key.
ないわ。
Huh?
鍵はないの。
The hell does she mean by that? That there ain't no
おじい様
key?
が亡くなられた後、管理のために旧宅で使われている鍵を回収したのですが、この門の鍵はどこにも見つからなかったのです。
Oh, damn. Rest in peace.
今後、旧宅を頻繁に利用するのであれば、鍵を新調する必要がありますね。
Makes sense, though.
そうね。お父様と相談しなきゃ。
I mean, it looks like we could jump it, but then again, this is from a totally different angle. We could go up to that shit and that wall could be like way up here, bro. Ain't nobody jumping that. Wait a minute, what did he say?
登って中。
Whoa. I skipped the line. I know I did. She could have had that discussion any time and ain't really help our current predicament. So how the hell did we get in? Is there a back entrance or something?
から開ければいいのよ。
Oh, I guess we are gonna try and jump the fence. She sounded nonchalant about it, but the gate was fairly tall. I'm the one climbing it, ain't I? That means yes. And that means you better get your ass over that wall, bitch. Oh my god, fine. All I got was a smile and a glare in return, suggesting that neither was going to object. Well, I should have expected as much. I mean, you are the man. You are the guy here, bro. After setting aside my bag and my jacket, I reached up and pulled myself up over the top of the fence. Huh.
すごいさすが純也ね
Oh, we must be. I'm guessing we're pretty athletic. Who the hell do you think made me do this? Based on the look she was giving me, Chihaya ain't really seemed to understand what I was implying. Oh well, I hadn't expected a response in the first place. Yep. I leapt to the ground, then opened the gate from the inside. Chihaya slipped her way in once it was pushed partially ajar.
さあ行きましょう玄関の鍵は持ってるの
Chihaya ran on ahead without issuing a single word of thanks.
ありがとうございます純也さん。
You're
千
welcome.
早様もそう思っているはずです。
That's alright. It just means that we close enough that we ain't got to worry about shit like that. Nice
それは
coat, bro.
そうですが
Holy coat. If it was me, bro, I would have been like, you're welcome. But we ain't even been here a while and she feeling impatient. Let's go on inside then.
そうですね参りましょう。
The property was built in the early Meiji era and very much felt like an estate. The same could be said for the house Chihaya and Hinata were currently living in, but this place looked like an entirely different world to a commoner like me. Don't really seem like it's vacant though. I was expecting more dust or some shit.
電気も水道も止めていないそうです。
As she spoke, Hinata flipped the light switch by the door.
あら
Uh-oh, ain't no power,
お
is
か
there?
しいです。つきませんね。電気は来ているはずなのですが。
She flicked the switch a few times, but there wasn't no response. What the hell was that? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, never mind. I should have thrown that away a while ago. Could this be? I bet the breaker tripped. The place is normally occupied, so I'm sure it's only turned on for cleaning.
ああ、そういうことですか。
今日はこのままでもいいんじゃない昼間のうちに歩き回るくらいなら問題なさそう
True. They got enough. They got a lot of.
よろしいのでしたら。
They got a lot of windows. I feel like there could be enough light to go in through there. Chihaya surveyed the room with a nostalgic look in her eyes, then started her trek up the staircase to the second floor.
おじいさまが亡くなってからこちらへは来ていなかったのお父様がいい顔をしなかったから、ぐるっと見て回ってもいい
Go for it.
ここみんなでかけっこしたよね
Oh, bringing back some memories, huh? We sure did. Unlike Chihaya and Hinata, it had been well over 15 years since I stepped foot on this estate. Although my recollection was fuzzy, memories of them days was flooding back to me. I remember slipping and nearly falling down the stairs a lot.
そうそう
That shit take me back.
でしょなのにお父様は取り壊すっていうの
Wait, what? What did she just say, bro? Her father wants to get rid of it. Huh? There we go. I had to find my button. Hey, what's up, Jimin? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you stopping in. That unsettling word practically came out of nowhere, and all I could do was turn towards Chihaya in astonishment. Demolish? Ain't you gonna renovate?
ごめんなさい話が前後しちゃった旧宅の管理が決まってなかったってことは言ったよね それでもういっそ処分してしまおうってお父様が言い出したの。
Why though?
更地にして懇意にしている不動産屋に売却するそうです。
Oh. It's gonna be sold? Unfortunately, I'm sure he can't afford to leave the place unoccupied. Takes a lot of time and effort to keep an unused home clean, so I'd imagine it's out of his hands. Maintenance costs in a place like this would surely be nothing to sneeze at. That was my thought process behind it, but Chihaya and Hinata simply glared back at me.
純也、ひどい。かけがえのない思い出を共有する仲間だと思ってたのに。
人間としてどうかと思います、純也さん。
What the fuck? What'd I do? What the hell, bro? Like, what'd she say fuck me for? Damn, I'm sorry. Had I said something that fucked up?
私は嫌。ここにはたくさんの思い出があるの。おじいさまとおばあさまとの。
Oh, I feel ya. I do.
それにひなたと純也とのね。だから私はこの家を残したい。
Hinata unlocked and pushed open one of the doors, revealing a room packed with rows of bookcases. This library was yet another place we had often played hide and seek together. Have a good stream. I'm off. I'm off to go back to work. All right. Take care, Shinobu. Thank you for stopping by, man. Hope the rest of work goes well. Appreciate you. It's more confined than I thought. Felt like we was in a forest back in the old days.
背が伸びて体も大きくなりましたしね。
We sure have. That's true. There was a tiny desk over near the window. Grandfather Hojo was always used to sit here, right?
おじいさまはこの書斎が好きだったから書類仕事はいつもここで。
今思うと私たちが遊ぶ姿を見て楽しんでいたのかもしれないですね。
そうね。そうだったら嬉しいな。
Chihaya smiled and looked around the room. Oh, they have like sprites that like where they're facing the other way. Dust particles danced through the air as she walked around the room, as if Chihaya were searching for her old self.
満足した。出ましょう。
Flashbang, Jesus. Hinata slid open the shutters and light filtered into the room. We exited her grandfather's study and found ourselves in a nearby sitting room. It was a spacious Japanese-style room that looked like it could fit any number of people. Hanging scrolls still yet adorned the elevated clothes, along with a music box that had been left on the shelf. A large grandfather clock had taken up residence on the pillar near the veranda for as long as I could remember, but it no longer displayed the correct time. Oh, the clock stopped.
もともと動きません。
It didn't?
ゼンマイ回しがないの。あくまでインテリアね。
As she spoke, Chihaya gently ran her finger along the clock's exterior.
そういえばね。
Chihaya clapped her hands together, almost like she remembered something important.
私にとって一番の思い出はここに住んでいた頃のことなの。
Oh yeah? You lived here? That was news to me. Really now? I looked over at Hinata, the local Chihaya expert. Damn, don't say that out loud, bro. Or in this day and age, she'd be called a orbiter, or a glazer. However, Hinata simply shook her head.
私がお会いするより前の話ですよね。
If I recall correctly, Hinata and Chihaya met around the time that they was in kindergarten.
ええ。5歳の頃の1年間くらい。 その頃のことはほとんど覚えていないんだけど。
Chihaya stuck her tongue out briefly and smiled.
でもとても楽しかったの。それだけは覚えてる。家がなくなったらあの思い出が失われてしまう、そんな気がして。
Oh man. Memories you couldn't recall, huh?
それでお父様にお願いしたの。
That's the thing about, going back to like your old neighborhood or like your childhood neighborhoods or like even your childhood homes, bro. It's just like if those houses if that property is unoccupied, if those houses are like that space or like just being in that space, it's crazy just like how how human cognition works, bro. It's like just being in certain areas, standing in certain spots, certain landmarks about places you didn't been to before. It's crazy how just like they trigger that. It's crazy just like what certain things can trigger, past events. Like I haven't been to my any of my old childhood neighborhoods in like almost like 8 to 10 years. Some long, like others longer than that. Just like I pass by the road that leads to them sometimes, but it's just like I've never actually just like been down in that exact area in so long. But I guarantee you, if I did, bro, I could recall so many things that happened while I was there. But like, it's crazy, man. Nostalgia can be very I don't know what the word for it would be, but just like the ability to reminisce and just reflect on a lot of things that have happened since then, or from that time that you was there, and then all the things that have happened since then. It's just like I don't know.
旧宅をお店にリノベーションするって。
So why a shop?
人が集まる場所になるし、価値が生まれれば手放す理由はないでしょ。そしたら卒業までは私が自由にしていいって言ってもらえたの。すごいでしょ。
I wasn't sure how to respond to Chihaya's exuberance, and you think Chihaya's dad will go along with something like that, Hinata?
おそらく千早様の言葉を本気にはしていないのでしょう。
Oh yeah, I could see that.
二人ともひどい。私は本気なんだから。
Oh, we know.
ここにちっちゃくて素敵なお店を作るの。
Do you want some help getting started?
ええ。お願いしてもいい？純也。
I mean, why the hell not? I mean, sure. This is normal for you after all.
嬉しい。
Oh shit. Hey, what up, James? What's good, my boy? Well, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, James. Welcome on in, fam. Streaming is weird. Not used to it. I'm not used to it, I guess. But hey, it's good to see you, man. Hope you've been well. How'd your stream go? You playing Tetris? Hey, that's an all-time classic right there. I love Tetris, bro. I used to play Tetris a lot. My dad really likes it too. That was how I got into it when I was a kid. It was just like he loved Tetris, and so like he let me play too, and I started really liking it as well. Got a 500k game, so not too bad. Ooh, nice, bro. Nice. Good shit. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much.
もちろんです。
Yeah, that was to be expected. What kind of shop was you thinking of renovating this place into?
それは
Well,
これから決めるの。
this too was the same old, same old. See what happens. Let's move that right there and put this here. I'm just gonna have to like be careful with how I move my mouse. Alright, just checking. We got make sure everything's good. Alright, we took a general walk around the house and then called it quits for the day. Chihaya had to decide what kind of shop she wanted it to be before we could do anything. Ah, right. This can only be locked up from the inside. We could just leave this open. I'm willing to bet that that is a no. Because they are a little bit too close right now. Okay, I got it. Jesus, fuck. Was I seriously gonna have to climb over this gate and lock it every goddamn time we came here? Ain't no way, right? Well, looks like it's way, brother. Looks like it's way. After leaving the estate, the three of us then split up in front of Matoya Station. It was late by the time I made it back to my place on foot. Suigendo left its front entrance open during business hours, so that meant Misora, or Dad, if he came back, was likely tending the store. Someone was standing in the entryway. Could only make out their silhouette due to the lack of light, but it appeared to be a small child. That ain't Misora, is it? I continued to strain my eyes, but the figure disappeared into the building. Is it that girl? Oh, it is. It must be the same girl from yesterday. Nobody was in the office, and if Misora had skipped out on watching the store, then she was gonna get an earful from me later. Once she stepped inside, her figure went rigid. The fist clenched at her side was trembling ever so slightly. She gawked relentlessly at her surroundings and must have been too overwhelmed to have noticed my presence. The girl instantly planted herself on the ground the moment she heard my voice, covered her head with both hands, and squeezed her eyes shut. Oh, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to scare you. You that girl who came by yesterday, ain't you? As soon as the girl realized I was the one who spoke into her, she jumped emphatically back to her feet. Huh? Although her face flushed bright red, she pointed a glare in my direction. Tears began to brim in the corner of her lashes, almost as I had done something horrible to her. I get it now. She likely thought I was accusing her of trespassing. And as the girl said, there wasn't nobody in the office. God damn it, Miss Sora. It wasn't uncommon for the older residents from the neighborhood association to drop by to chat, so it wasn't a big deal, but still. Suddenly, the girl tried to slip by me and make a break for it. Wait! I reached out on reflex and grabbed the girl's arm from over her jacket. I released her arm, but even through her jacket, it felt incredibly slender. It was so thin, I briefly wondered if I might break it. I wasn't sure exactly how to respond. There was plenty I wanted to ask, of course. Like, why the hell she had come here. Why don't you ask for her fucking name? Who was she? There you go. Oh, shit. What relationship did she have with Takaya? However, I ain't think now was the right time to ask any of them questions. This office is open to the public, so I don't care if you come in without asking permission. Which roughly translated to, you ain't done nothing wrong, so you don't need to run away. I wanted to talk to you more. You, the person who knew about Takaya. The one who interacted with Takaya face to face, who yelled at me, even had been living rent-free in my head since we met.
不用心。
I guess it would make me happier if you would call us, dependable. It's proof that we trust our neighbors, too. Judging by the look on her face, she probably thought to herself, the fuck's this guy yapping about? I frantically searched for a proper seg to I don't know how to fucking say that word. God damn it, bro. To avoid getting discouraged. Hey, would you mind telling me your name?
なんで？
Well, I thought using your name might help avoid spooking you in the future.
何それ？
It appeared I had somehow crossed the line. I didn't think it was a bad idea to ask her name, though.
あずさ。
Huh?
さとみ。あずさ。
She replied with a pointed glare. Asusa Satomi. Unsurprisingly, her name didn't ring a bell. I'm Junya Mitsumoto. She ain't reply. I ain't expected her to be honest and tell me her name. Who was this girl? It was taking a while, but I was one step closer to learning the truth.
ただいま。今の子誰？
Well, look who's back, slacker. What the hell happened to you watching the store?
父さん帰ってたから声かけて出かけたし。
And then... Hey, yo. Huh? Why are you snoring in my ear like that, bro? What the fuck? I did not like that at all. I heard her father's snoring come from the back room.
寝てる。
Did you leave after he called you?
いや、どうだったかな。
This girl, bro, I swear to God. I'm lecturing you both when he wake up.
なんで？
What the fuck you mean, why? You know what you did.
水本純也。
Uh-oh. I wonder where that's gonna lead to. Oh, I'm guessing this is a new chapter. Days of Change.
猫ちゃん、可愛いでちゅね。
How many times is you gonna get held up by cats? Come on, let's get it. We need to go.
待ってよ。猫ちゃんバイチ
I decided to walk Misora to school on Monday morning on my way to the university. Misora and Aino-chan would normally go together, but it was apparently her turn for the morning classroom duties.
純兄さ、何また難しい顔して。カマチョなの？
No, of course not.
またそんなこと言って、顔に書いてあるってのに。
She's saying that's straight.
鳥も私に任せておいてよ。どうせあのちっちゃい子のことでしょ？
Well, yeah, but...
喧嘩したら秒で友達になってみるから。で、事情聞いとくから。
I see. If you cool with it, then I'd appreciate it. Friends in no time, huh? It's terrifying to know that Misora was completely serious. She was, if nothing else, reliable in situations like these.
いや
Full
ー、素直
clutch
な
gang.
純兄、マジ可愛いな。めっちゃラブチ。ハグした。
Hey, get off of me. We out in public.
兄弟のスキンシップだよ。見せつけようぜ。ラブチラブチ。
Hey, listen. I don't mind I don't mind a hug or nothing, but you better know your boundaries, girl. I swear to God. You better know your boundaries. There are lines that should never be crossed. Knock it off already.
いや、本当に怒られた。
Misora left away, seemingly startled by the car idling on the shoulder of the nearby street. Oh, that's just shit timing. When I looked toward the car, a familiar face appeared from the back seat.
やあ、純也くん。 美空ちゃんも。
Who the hell is this guy, bro? Not gonna lie, digging the suit, bro. He look like he from what he look like he from, bro? Damn, I had something on the top of my head, bro, and now I just lost it. I was trying to come up with it like off the dome. Come on now, get on with it. Kido-san. This was Shigeto Kido. He was the secretary to okay. He's a Chihaya's dad's secretary and a member of parliament. And not only that, he's also Chihaya's what? Chihaya's what, dog?
今水源堂に伺うところだったんだ。
Oh man, don't tell me she got an arranged marriage, bro. Oh my. No way, bro. Ain't no way she got an arranged marriage by her dad, bro. There's no fucking way this is happening again. There's absolutely no way. Is it a job? My old man, I mean, the president ain't currently.
いや、純也くんと話したくてね。すれ違いにならなくてよかった。数分いいかな。
I'm getting weird vibes off. I'm getting weird vibes off of this guy already, bro. Misora smiled sweetly at Kido, then made a mad dash to find the cat from earlier. That girl, I swear to God, bro.
すまないね。すぐ済むから。
Kido said while he glanced at his expensive-looking ass watch. I'd imagine secretaries billed by the minute, just like the statesman. He had been acquainted with Suigendo since the Hojo family's predecessor, and often hired us for odd jobs that was too small for the big companies. Which was why I assumed he wanted to speak with my old man.
千早さんが君にわがままを言ってると聞いてね。
Oh boy, yeah, here we go, bro. He about to be a douche for real, I can tell. Cause the only request that I can think of that we didn't heard of recently, which he would find unreasonable, is her desire to preserve the motherfucking old estate by her grandfather. Unreasonable request. You talking about the renovations? I'ma stand on business, bro. I'm not afraid of this nigga. Kido gave me a small troubled smile in return.
大学卒業するまでは千早さんの好きにさせたいと先生もおっしゃっているし。 僕も正式に籍を入れるまではそうしたいと思ってる。純也くんには迷惑をかけるかもしれないけど、千早さんを頼むよ。
What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. She always been like this, so it's fine.
昔からか。まあそう言ってもらえると助かるよ。
Yeah, we're childhood friends, Bubby. Well, it's reassuring to hear you say that. Yeah.
僕はあまり千早さんに頼りにされていないようでね。
Yeah, I wonder why that is. That ain't.
いや、いいんだ。朝の忙しい時に悪かったね。それじゃ。
Yeah, peace out, bro.
あの人、私好きじゃないな。
Okay. I don't like that guy. Yeah, I don't either. Misora had come back at some point, and she shot a less than pleased expression in the direction of Kido's vehicle. Hey, he a client.
だって、あの人がちえちゃんを取っちゃうんでしょ?
She just straight up went there.
順に、本当にオケピなの?
If it was me from his perspective, bro, I'd say hell no, I ain't okay with that. With what?
ちいちゃんがあの人と結婚して。
Fuck you mean with what, bro? With the two of them getting married. What the fuck kind of choices are these, dog? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, are we serious, bro?
What the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Like, what is wrong with this guy, bro? He's just gonna be okay with getting cucked by somebody we barely know? Our childhood friend, bro? Off with this corny ass motherfucker, dude? Like, come on. I'm definitely not saying that. It ain't our place to say whether it's a good or bad thing. Chihaya and Kito's marriage has been decided for 5 or 6 years at this point. What? Even Chihaya understood the role she was meant to fulfill as a member of the Hojo family, so it is arranged. Jesus Christ, bro. I hate situations like these so much. It's so fucking dumb, bro. Like, what is even the point of an arranged marriage? You're literally taking somebody's freedom away from one of the biggest moments of their entire lives, bro. Like, why do rich families have this trope? Or at the very least, why do rich families in fiction have this trope? It pisses me off so much. It's just like, what's the point, dog? Like, I was just her childhood friend. And it wouldn't be right for me to interject in that part of Chihaya's life. However, Misora seemed exceptionally dissatisfied with that reply and pursed her lips. Yeah, she's actually... I'm on the same wavelength as her right now. I'm just like, motherfucker, you done spent all this time. You done spent all this time with this girl. Made so many memories with her. And y'all, like, got a bond stronger than steel, it looked like. And you still ain't got the balls to admit to yourself whether or not you really like her. Like, I'm gonna need you to get your shit together. Like, that's probably the long and short of what she's probably thinking right now. It's what's the highest decision after all.
順兄は順兄だね。そういうところ全然変わってないや。
You're so you. Basically, she's saying this motherfucker is dense as hell, bro. Oil and water. Oil and water, Junior. What the hell that's supposed to mean?
ラブチってこと。さあ、行こう。
I'm gonna need you to better explain what the fuck a love session is, especially when you talking about me. This whole love session thing was pure nonsense to me. The way Misora got love-obsessed about things was about as versatile as somebody saying, oh my gosh, so I couldn't make sense of it. No Usher. Who the hell is that right there? I know that's Misora on the right, but who is that on the left? Is that somebody we've met before? Now that the lectures was over, it was time to go home. I took a seat in my usual spot in the plaza and checked the contents of my wallet. Is this gonna last me till the end of the month? The Mizumoto household had a system in which Misora and I was given a set amount of spending money on the first of each month. I was also paid a daily wage whenever I worked at Suigendo. Although I had made some income from hauling off them used books the other day, it wasn't quite enough. No Kendrick. If I was to buy a book I wanted, it would put me just barely over budget. The lack of disposable income wasn't a big deal, as I ain't have many friends nor real hobbies to speak of. Wonder if I can squeeze in a big job before the month ends. Well, fuck it. I better just head home and buy that another time. And then just as I was about to stand up, something scraggly pushed into my back. The fuck?
動かないで。座ったまま。座ったままがいいのよ。
Is this a stick up, bro? Am I about to get jumped? What the hell is this? A woman spoke directly into my ear, and I couldn't help but notice the unusual tone of her voice. Hold up. The fuck is this all about? 動
かないで。
The woman raised her voice and moved something hard against my back. Shit. Was she pointing that? An item barred by Japanese law straight at my... She got the piece, bro? She about to put the blicky to my temple, bro? The fuck? Why? Listen, I think you might got the wrong guy.
あなたは水源堂の水本純也。違います？
Oh, never mind. Who sent it, bro? Did that little girl send the ops after me, bro? What the fuck going on here? She ain't had the wrong person. That being the case, I had genuinely no clue what the hell was going on and why I was being targeted. Had I provoked the wrath of some dangerous customer at work at Sugendo? It was hard to imagine since the majority of Sugendo's jobs was laid back, peaceful, and overall harmless. While my brain was short-circuited, the increasingly impatient woman behind me repeated a question.
水源堂の水本純也。合ってるよね。
Yeah, that's me. And then?
よかったよかった。
Whatever I had felt against my back immediately vanished. There ain't no fucking way she actually had a blicky at my head, bro. Ain't no way. Give me one moment. Hold on. Quality check. Okay, we good. What up, Sam? Welcome in, fam. Hope you're doing good. No way she actually pulled out the fucking piece and pointed it at my head, bro. Like, let me find out. I was gonna say, let me find out that little girl that we talked to, Young Jit, hired some fucking ops to come and take me out, bro. Just because she was mad at me for my brother dying. Like, what the hell? I'm like, it can't be that deep now. I had turned around to find a girl with short hair behind me. Oh, hello.
水本純也さん。人違いだったらどうしようか心配だったよ。
Something hard fell near my feet, and I discovered a stainless steel bottle on the ground. Was that what had been pressed against my back this whole time?
はじめまして。うち、ファン・チュンユ言います。
Chunyu Huang. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Ooh, I hope I don't butcher that too many times. Jesus Christ.
ようやく会えた。あなたを探していたんだよ。
And what, pray tell, do you mean by that? I decided to hear her out when she took a seat beside me. It became clear that she had come to me for help, and everything up till now had just been one big practical joke. Yeah, nice prank, bro. She had apparently heard from the student affairs office that I was from Suigendo. You want to hire our general store for a job? Huang?
ファン・チュンユ。チュンユって呼んでよ。
Chunyu. Then, Chunyu-san, could you tell me what all that was? Could you tell me what the fuck all that was about earlier?
銃とか刃物とか物騒なものだと思ったです。
Yes, actually.
初対面で衝撃を与え印象つけろ。おじいさまの教え大成功ね。
What a first impression, Jesus fucking Christ. You know how like bro, I grew up in the hood, bro. You know how like bad that situation could turn out if you had actually done that on somebody like me. Like, let's keep it a but let's look at this situation like realistically here. If at any time somebody were to put a blick or a knife to my back, bro, and I had no idea what was going on or what I did wrong, bro, I would be shitting bricks. I would be thinking like, what's about to be my last words, bro? Like, what possible move could I possibly make that could end up like being my last? Or what am I about to see? Am I about to see who's behind me, or am I about to see the light? Looks like my grandfather's advice to leave a lasting impression worked. Jesus fucking Christ, girl. Well, I certainly was surprised. Chunyu-san was apparently a short-term exchange student from China. Although we was in the same school year, we didn't have any classes in common. Her grandfather had built his fortune as a merchant, which meant she had come from a so-called affluent family. So, what kind of job you got?
オッケーオッケー。早速商談ね。うち日本の古民家に興味があるのよ。留学も民族学の勉強のためなのね。
Traditional Japanese houses, huh? Didn't Chihaya's grandpa's house kind of look traditional, bro? Thanks for the gift, Subby Wubby. I just noticed a W gifted from earlier. Definitely huge support. Like, Daisy did not have to do that, bro, but that was very much appreciated. And I appreciate y'all thanking your gifters too. I love that. Thank y'all so much for doing that. Getting right down to business. Wow. So that was why she had come to a Japanese university. I could also understand why she had deliberately chosen Sumisora on top of that. We had a relatively high concentration of older traditional buildings around, which made for decent tourist attractions.
どうしたのよね。そんなびっくりしたような顔してるよ。
Oh, well, I'm impressed that you studying something like that considering we the same age.
何を言ってるです？大学に通うのは学びたいことがあるからだよ。
Well, I suppose so. That kind of hurt to hear.
あと、多分同じ年じゃないよ。うちの方が一つお姉さんだね。
Oh, really now?
うち21歳よ。故郷の大学からこっちに再入学してるからね。
I was 20, so she was right. She is a year older than me.
でも気にすることないない。うちも気にしないからね。
Sound good to me. Oh, my bad. I got us off topic. So,
講義以外でも古民家のフィールドワークをしたいのよね。
meaning you want to go tour them in person.
そう。住み空、歴史ある街。素敵な古民家たくさんで。
Junior-san took a map out of her bag and spread it out on the bench between us. It was a map of Sumisora, specifically, and it was filled with a good deal of X's in red ink. She pulled out her phone to display another map of Sumisora compared to the first. The digital version was marked with even more locations. What's all these marks means?
古民家。これ、全部見て回りたいです。写真に撮って、できれば住んでる人にお話を伺いたいのよ。
All of the pieces were starting to come together. It would amount to field work if she was going to such lengths.
でも
But Junior-san smiled shyly.
うち地図が読むのが苦手なのよね。昨日も迷って一軒も巡れなかったです。
Oof.
あと道が細かすぎてよくわからないのよ。
Too small? You mean there's too many, right?
そうなのよ。うちの実家、隣の家まで歩いて1時間あるのに。
On foot? What the fuck? On foot? Yo, next door neighbor. It wasn't surprising that she got so mixed up when it was based on such an incredible scale. That kind of thing could happen though. That kind of thing could happen though? That was how that was supposed to be read.
道案内してくれる人を探してたのよね。なんでも屋さんは古民家の道案内してくれます？
Junior-san leaned forward and gazed at me pleadingly, but I couldn't help but rear back in a fluster. Be like, damn girl, back up. Not to worry, Suigendo acts as tour guides all the time. Or rather, I enjoy playing the occasional tour guide since I wasn't qualified to perform certain repair jobs nor work full-time like Jin.
ありがとうです。それで、おいくらです？
Oh, she wanted to talk about the cost now. That was surprisingly level-headed of her, though it would help steer the conversation along. Let's see, the hourly and daily rates differ. Based on my experience, it would be simpler to write down Suigendo's costs rather than explain things orally. I retrieved a notebook from my backpack and wrote out the relevant info. This is the hourly fee, with a 100 yen upcharge during the holidays. And any and all necessarily traveling costs are at the customer's expense. Junior-san looked rather troubled when she looked at the total sum. Was it too expensive? It had Suigendo's margin baked into my hourly wage. So it may have been a bit rough for a university student to pay. I would have to check with my dad, but I should be able to offer a slightly lower rate if you hire us for an extended period. I could also do it for free rather than through Suigendo if you're willing to work around my schedule when it's convenient for me.
それはダメ。
Yusan, who had been frowning at the list of costs I had written down in my notebook, looked up at me angrily.
自分を安売りするのは美徳ではないよ。水本さんはプロとして仕事をして、うちはその仕事に報酬を払う。それが正しい形。
This is kind of like how it goes when people be talking to me about like hiring me or like for stuff like, or like if people, cause like recently, like I've been thinking about like getting more and more into doing like commissions, like, so like this part is always the hardest to discuss with people because at the same time I'm thinking like this is a hobby of mine, bro. Like normally, like for right now I've just been like doing requests from like people that I know, but like as far as like, you know, that stuff, it's just like when I'm doing stuff for like people I know and like they talk about like, so how much will this cost? I'll be like, do not worry about it. I don't expect to be paid for stuff like that. I'm doing this because I want to, and I'm doing it because like I'm doing it because I want to, and I'm doing it because like not only is it fun for me, it's also a learning experience. I don't ever like to talk about money when it comes to like stuff like this unless I'm actually like trying to sell something, like my albums, for instance, my albums or my BeatStars page. If I ever talk about wanting to sell those are the only times where money and business come, like, you know, become important for me. But other than that, if I'm doing stuff for like friends, or like if I'm doing like a request for somebody that I know, I don't ever want to talk about like charging for it, because I feel like that right there just like it don't sit right with me. And I know a lot of people like handle like that stuff a little bit differently, but like me personally, bro, I don't expect nothing in return if I'm just helping somebody out, you know what I mean? But like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm not no big league or like no like highly professional producer, at least not yet. I want to be, cuz like that's my ultimate goal in life. It's just like cuz like music's my biggest passion, and like there might come a day where I may actually get to have the opportunity to become a big league producer, or, you know, become famous or something like that. But like I just want to like make sure I keep my head on my shoulders, my you know, everything down to earth, bro, and just like, you know, stay humble and appreciative of people actually like, you know, like giving me a chance. Because not only is that going to help me better myself as a producer and help me like learn more ins and outs on like, you know, all the engineering and everything, but it just sort of helps keep, you know, my ego in check too. Even though I highly, you know, I hate the idea of like having an ego in the first place, you know. But hey, sometimes I do have one, and like I often have to tell myself, like, you know, as I like, you know, further expand on my craft, bro. It's just like, hey, remember what got you here. Remember the people who helped you get here. Remember the people who have been supporting you since day fucking one that you've been doing this, you know? Just try and like think about that all the time. Sorry, I wasn't trying to offend you. I couldn't help but apologize when she berated me like that. Total cost is geared towards tourists, but I still think it might be too expensive.
違うのよ。逆よ逆。安すぎなのよ。
What?
うちこの100倍くらいで考えてたのよ。水本さんのお店ブラック？最低賃金？ちゃんともらってるです。
100 times? No. Even 10 times more would be out of the question. If it was 100 times higher, a half day guided tour would cover almost my entire monthly salary. While I was becoming increasingly flustered, Chunyu's-san remained nothing short of serious.
サービスには適切な対価が支払われるものよ。この値段では適切なサービスを受けられるのか不安ね。
I guess that was another way of looking at it. Personally, I ain't mind if somebody was cheap. If anything, I would be satisfied knowing I ain't spending a lot of money if it ended up lacking later. Oh, that's from way earlier. Jesus Christ. I gotta start blocking a lot of these spam numbers that keep appearing on my phone, bro. Shit's getting on my nerves. Alright. Whoops, I skipped something. Was this sort of mentality by where she was from or how she was raised? If I had to guess, it was likely the latter. Wait, I get it now. I thought as much when we first met, but this girl reminded me of Chihaya. I wondered why that was. It was crude of me to phrase it this way, but perhaps it was a characteristic of the wealthy. Compared to Chihaya, she was much more forward.
水本さん、気を悪くしちゃったです。
Oh, huh? Why?
急に黙っちゃったから。
Oh, no, not at all. I was a bit impressed and realized how much confidence you have in your business partners.
信頼がある？どういう意味？
Well, I don't really mean anything bad by it. Obviously, quality goods had the price tag to match, but it ain't something I'm especially conscious of at work. I was being appropriately compensated for my work at Suigendo, and they should pay me for this as well. Although I had explained the fees to Chuyu-san, I had only presented her with the fixed sum and had never considered why them values was established. However, this had become a bit problematic. How much work was Chuyu-san expecting out of me? I couldn't afford to give such a simple response. At a time like this, my old man would... Alright, how about this? Give us a 1 hour trial period. Then you can decide whether to continue working with us or not. The price will remain as is, and even if we took the 10 times the fee, it won't mean that we'll provide 10 times the service. If you don't like what you see, we'll only charge you for the hour of work provided. Her face softened when she heard my proposal.
いい提案だね。その最初の1時間はいつ？
Right now. Whenever you like. I can take on a job like this without needing approval.
なら今からだね。
I was joking, bro. I was joking. But she said right now. Right now. Like ASAP, no really, bro.
いつでもいいって言ったよ。今日何か予定があるです？
No, I don't.
イースン本意イースンチン。日本語では時は金なりです。行きましょう。
Can you say that again, please? Oh, damn it. I want to hear that again. What language is this?
イースン本意イースンチン。日本語では時は金なりです。行き
Chunyu immediately sprung into action. In fact, she really ain't need to run. She sure knows how to take the initiative. Yeah, take notes, bro. If anything, she was an absolute ball of energy, and another aspect in which she differed from Chihaya, huh?
水本さん、早く早く。
The way she waved her arms was almost childish. She must have been quite happy about this. She had come such a long way to Japan and was about to delve into something she loved so much to her heart's content. Alright, I'm on my way. I was not reading it like that, bro, because, like, hey, yo. That was crazy. The sun was beginning to set by the time we exited the private residence we had visited. I hadn't expected her to get so lost in the conversation with the homeowner. I'm gonna probably end up taking a break here in about a couple minutes. Alright, thank you very much. She expressed her gratitude to Saito, who had gone to the trouble of coming out to see her off, and smiled cheerfully. Jun-chan, say hello to your dad for me, won't you?
貴重なお話ありがとうございましたです。
You're welcome. It was nice to reminisce on old times. I always have too much time on my hands. Please come visit again.
はいです。
See you some other time. The second the sliding door closed, Junya-san leaned over and let out a roar. Yo, what's good with you? Huh?
あなたは最高のビジネスパートナーだよ。
About 2 hours prior. Oh, shit. Flashbang. Again. Hey, hello, Debo. Have a great time today. What's good, Lar Fox? Welcome in, fam. Hope you're doing well today, too, my dude. Great to see you. Great to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. We took the Sheikah rail. Got off at... Wait, what the fuck? What was that word? Kaigan-Koen station. And eventually found ourselves in a neighborhood lined with traditional Japanese houses. We passed by homes with huge courtyards and expansive closed fences on the way to our destination. It was indeed an imposing residence. However...
塀が高くて建物が見えないね。これは想定外よ。
She looked troubled as she held her phone in both hands. Can't you take pictures, though, through the gaps in the fences?
それは盗撮になるよね。
Yeah, that makes her look like a stalker, bro. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
水本さん、犯罪はダメよ。
True. My bad. My fault, gang. She got mad at me. Yeah, she was right. Well, then. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do... Let's see, it's 2:30 right now. I'm gonna take like a 15-minute break. Just give myself a chance to walk around, and I'm gonna probably go out and get some fresh air too. I'll touch some grass for a little bit as well. But I'm gonna just take like a short little intermission here. So yeah. I'll be back in a little while. Yeah, if anybody wants to do any like self-care, definitely do so. We're going to take like a short 15-minute intermission here. I'll be back at 2:45. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. First off, let me get some music playing. I'm gonna play a little something different than what I usually play. It's music that I haven't heard in a long time, but it's a part of my culture, and it's music that I love very much. We'll play some go-go, bro. But yeah, oh shit, wasn't able to. Oh my god. Let me do it like that. Whoops. All right, there we go. What the fuck do you mean unable to pin? All right, let me just do it like this since my chat window is being fucking dumb. There we go. I just have to do it the hard way. All right, I'll be back in a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna go just take a little short break, but yeah, if you want to do some self-care, like grab some snacks, get hydrated, or if you want to go out and like touch a little grass yourself before we get back to it, definitely recommend it. I will be back at 2:45. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright. We good? Alright, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Not gonna lie, that break was much needed. Oh, I feel great, bro. I feel good. I feel good. Got up and stretched a little, walked around. Felt good. Oh, wait, shit. I meant to unpin that. Hold on. I gotta go in here and do it. Unpin that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, there we go. Now that that's unpinned, we can continue. Alright, welcome back, y'all. Let me grab that. She got mad at me, and yeah, she was right. Well then. Why don't we try and ask if we can take photos from the inside?
確かに撮るのならまずは住んでいる方にご挨拶が正しい手順です。でも
What's good? Although she agreed with my suggestions, she looked rather uncomfortable and began to fidget in place. I ain't expected this. I figured she would have said, "Let's hurry up and introduce ourselves then." And just then. Oh, I was right. It's Junchan from the general store. Oh, you live here, Saito?
お知り合いです。
You know them? An acquaintance of my father's and a customer of Suigendo. I hadn't worked with him personally, but I recognized him from the times he came around to Suigendo with refreshments. Oh, that reminds me. Is this your first time here, Junchan? Your father helps me around the estate all the time. As you can see, the house is quite old and the plumbing gets clogged real easily. Your father's an absolute lifesaver when he comes by to fix it. So, why is you here today? Talk about lucky. I was showing her around Sumisora since she likes to look at old houses. I'm sorry to ask this, but you mind if we took some photos of the outside? Oh, really? It's a little worse for wear these days, but you're more than welcome to.
本当ですか。ありがとうございますです。
Here, come on in. Come on in.
今日は本当に本 は私の見込んだ通りの男ね。
Chunyu-san continued to shower me with praise and had dropped the honorific entirely in her excitement.
いっぱいいっぱい写真も撮れたし、お話まで聞かせてもらえるなんて。
After getting a good look around the outside, Saito was gracious enough to give us a tour of the inside of the house. What's more, he shared the history of the house over tea cakes. All I did was listen quietly to Saito's story, but I found Chunyu's enthusiastic nodding and note-taking to be nothing short of heartwarming, which was why we ended up staying out this late.
全部純也のおかげだよ。
I mean, we just happened to run into one of my dad's acquaintances. I ain't do nothing special.
そんなことないよ。これは日々の地域ぐるみの交流の芽吹きなのよ。長年にわたる住民間ネットワーク形成の成果。
What is you talking about? I ain't know how I felt about what she just said.
つまり、純也と純也のお父様が住み空の人たちと大事に信頼関係を築いてきたということで。
There you go.
そうでなければ、面識があるからといって突然外国の人間を連れてきた人を家の中に迎え入れたりはしないよ。純也が信頼されていて、そのおかげで私も信頼してもらえた、そういうことです。私一人ではなかなかこうはいかないよ。
Ah, I see. Another flashbang. God damn.
確かに撮るのならまずは住んでいる方にご挨拶が正しい手順です。
I like the music. I like the background music. Alright, anyways.
でも
Jesus, fuck, bro. They gotta stop with that. Was that why Chunya hesitated? I ain't realized it, but maybe that's just the kind of person she was. I should try to be more conscientious.
純也の仕事には十分に満足です。これからもお願いしたい。いいですか？
Oh, yeah, and that had been our deal. Of course. Getting my hands on some extra cash before Golden Week would honestly be a huge help for me as well.
じゃあ、スケジュールはどうするです？
Good question. If you could give me a general idea of what you'd like to get out of this job before the weekend, and I can work from there.
何を言ってるですか、純也。
What you mean, what?
週末なんて待ってられないね。明日からスタートだよ。
Hold up, we jumping right into this? Tomorrow, I'd need to check my calendar first.
純也人気者？なら今すぐ確認ね。純也の時間をうちがキープね、キープ。
Her incredibly forward personality was certainly keeping me on my toes, but I guess that was fine. Sure, there's a cafe I'd like to hang out at nearby. Why don't we talk there?
オッケーオッケー。なんというお店？
It has an odd name. It's called Yukuru. I hope you like it too.
楽しみですね。あ、それと、さんはいらないよ。チュンユーと呼んでほしいね。
We was dropping the honorifics already, huh? It seemed Chunyu wasn't the type to mess around. What's going on here? I ain't get any weird feelings about Chunyu, nor did I have a problem with her setting such a fast pace for this relationship. Alright, got it then. Let's get it. Let's roll out, Chunyu.
はいです。
This is Yukuru, one of Suigendo's valued clients. Cafe was a short walk from Ashikajima Station, and served as a popular cafe to the local surfers.
うちのマンション近くにこんなお店あったのね。知らなかったよ。
Oh, you live nearby?
そうです。まだ引っ越してきたばかりで、この周りもよくわかってないけどね。もっと歩き回ってお店を開拓しないと。
You'll become more familiar with the area in the process of going around and looking at the old houses.
あ、確かに。これはあれ。日本語で 一石二鳥。
Yeah, basically. I was engulfed in a familiar atmosphere upon opening the front door, and a voice I recognized greeted us from the bar.
いらっしゃいませ。
What the fuck?
ジュンくんだ。ちょっと待ってて。
I like how she just pops up from behind the goddamn counter and just like calls out to us. Like, that's a nice detail. The girl waved both hands at me from behind the counter. Use your imagination. She totally waved, bro. She was concealed by the counter, so I could only see her face. I could only see her from her shoulders up.
お待たせ。ゆくるへようこそ。
She kind of short, bro. You working today, Ren?
そうだよ。
Oh, well. Yeah, excuse me. Well, let me introduce you, Chunyu. This is Rin, the cafe's poster child.
よろしくね、りんちゃん。
After some brief introductions, Rin stared straight at Chunyu.
どうかしましたです。美人さんだなって。あなたもとっても可愛いね。うちワン・チュンユーと言います。ワン・チュンユーちゃん？
Chunyu smiled sweetly at Rin's awkward-sounding response.
好きに呼んでください。じゃあ、チュンちゃんね。リンはね、リンっていうの。はじめまして、リン。素敵なお店です。嬉しい。
Does look like a little quaint little place. Nice and chill. Rin replied as she elbowed my... Damn!
ジュンくん、ジュンくん。いっつも連れてくる女の子、違うよね。しかもみんな美人なの。
Hey, yo, let's not go there. Let's not make any weird assumptions here. This ain't that. I don't think this is that kind of. I don't think this is that kind of game. At least not yet. Don't say shit that'll make me sound bad. It was frightening to know that despite how she looked, she was only 9 years. Huh? She's 9 years old running a fucking cafe, bro. What the hell be going on in Japan, dude? Nah, that's wild, bro. She's fucking 9? Come to think of it. Ren, where the hell is your dad at?
トイレだよ。パパ、パパ、ジュンくんが美人連れてきたよ。
Oh my god, did you really have to say that part?
ほらリン、トイレって言うなって言ったろ。仮にも飲食業なんだから。
Damn.
どう？純也くん、いらっしゃい。
What's good? Good evening, sir. This was the owner of the cafe, Shin Inaho. He had been running the place for a decade now. It was hard to get a handle on his age based on his appearance, but I assumed he was at least 40. Huh? I'm gonna be using this button a lot, apparently, because what you telling me this motherfucker is 40, bro? Crazy.
ほらリン、お客様を案内して。
お客さんいないんだから好きなところ座っていいのに。
Just as Red said, what, no customers?
悲しくなること言わないでほしいね。
Damn.
ジュンくん、こっち。窓際どうぞ。
Thanks, Chunyu. Thanks. Chunyu, have a seat.
はいです。お待たせしました。
Rin brought 2 cups of hot coffee Inaho had brewed to our seats in an inexperienced fashion. Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
ジュンちゃんもどうぞ。
I can read, I swear.
ありがとうです、リン。
After she set down our coffee, she put the tray under her arm and whispered into my ear.
ねえ、これ浮気ってやつ？
Excuse me? Bruh. What?
だって ジュン君は千早さんと付き合ってるんでしょ？それとも千早さんとは別れてこの人と付き合ってるの？
She has a fiance. I wasn't dating her to begin with.
こらリン、お客様にプライベートを聞いちゃダメだっていつも言ってるじゃないか。
ごゆっくりどうぞ。
How the fuck does she know
Hold
about
up.
that?
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
How does a 9-year-old end up asking some questions like these, bro? What the fuck going on here?
ほんと、誰に似たんだか。純也くんにチュンユンさん、ごめんな。
It's all good. Please don't worry about it. She's a kid, bro. She's curious.
実のところどう
Kids
なんだ
always have that curiosity within them, bro. But like, damn. Like, if I had like a 9-year-old kid walking up to me asking, "Hey, so what's the deal with her, huh? Well, what happened with the other girl? What's really going on here?" If I had a child come up to me and ask me questions like that, bro, I would not know how to respond. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh my god, dude. Inaho whispered into my ear, just like his daughter had done. "I ain't dating neither of them. That's enough. Please go back."
ではごゆっくり。
楽しい人たちね。
I'm sorry. Come on, drink your coffee before it get cold. Inaho recommended it after all.
はい、では。
She grabbed the cup and brought it to her lips.
いい香り。酸っぱいのと苦いのが一緒ね。知らない味。でも、とても美味しい。気に入ったです。
Oh, nice. Glad to hear it. I helped myself to a drink of coffee as well. Damn, it's great. When you thought of yukuru, this was the flavor that came to mind. Although I wasn't especially knowledgeable about coffee, I rather enjoyed the deliciousness of its rather uncompromising flavor. Me personally, I don't like coffee, bro. I've tried it before, I don't like it. It's not for me. Junya seemed to be genuinely enjoying her coffee as well, as she let out a satisfied sigh and returned the cup to the saucer. After taking a breath,
それでは、スケジュールを確認です。
getting down to business. Alright. Let me just check here again real quick. Okay. I had to make sure I wasn't tripping for a second. For some reason, I got to thinking something fucked up on my other screen. But I think we're fine. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, yeah. We're fine. We're good. Alright, let's continue. After comparing our schedules, I agreed to give her tours on Wednesdays and Fridays after my lectures, and then all day on Saturdays. I had tomorrow off as well, but Chunyu agreed to start after the paperwork was drafted by my old man over the next 2 days.
サインを交わすまで仕事は始めない。契約は大事よ。
はい、ちょうどいただきます。領収書を切るかい？
Nah, I don't need one today. This ain't for work after all.
律儀だね。
Oh, yeah, that's right. About what you requested before. Jin finished the repairs, so he said he'll bring it by after work is over. I had gotten a Choco message from Jin while I was talking with Chunyu.
レコードプレイヤーか？ ありがたい。リンがフリマで見つけて買ったんだけど、動かなくて難儀してたんだよ。ジンに頼んで正解だったな。
I had heard it was just the part that the belt. I heard it was just like the that the belt was broken, so it just needed that part replaced.
これで店の BGM もレコードでいけそうだな。
Hey, nice. Doing it old school. I like that. Oh shit, wait. Inaho said showing off a few records he dug out from under the register. What's these records?
まあ、俺の心のふるさと。そんなイメージの曲だ。そうだな。例えば昔入り浸ってたカフェの曲って言っても実際にかかっていたわけじゃないんだけど、そんな気持ちにさせてくれるんだよな。デジタルもいいんだけど、こういうのはレコードで聴いてみたくってさ。
My dad used to collect a lot of vinyl records when he was growing up. Vinyl records, cassette tapes, CDs, bro. It was like I said, like I mentioned before, my dad and his family were very heavily into music, because whole generations of them grew up or became gospel singers. Some play in the bands that be playing at churches, and it got passed down to me. Well, the instrumental side. I don't sing. I can't sing. My voice is not built for that, and I really don't. I already don't have a good voice as it is, so it was already set in stone back in the day that I really couldn't sing. So I just spent that time learning instruments from my dad and my grandpa. I'm currently at 17. I'm trying to learn more as time goes on, but it's just I haven't really had no time to. But I want to master as many as I can before I die, bro. The digital version, oh, okay. I had several opportunities to see records and their players at previous jobs, but I had never actually heard one play. I have. Back when I was a kid at the school I was going to at the time, whenever we would have this little activity where we would do freeze. It was a game called freeze dancing. Basically, the teacher had a record player and put a record on, and would play the record, and we would just have a little dance party. And when the music stopped, you cannot move. If you moved before the teacher put the music back on, you were out. And it would basically be like a last man standing type game, bro. It was fun. Good times, bro. Good times. Rin, you know about records?
よくわからないけど、でも回すと音が出るってことはわかるよ。
You know what also don't make sense to a lot of people these days, bro? Hold up. You want to talk about some shit that don't make sense to a lot of people these days, bro? Boom. Jump scare. A relic of the past that barely anybody in this day and age knows about, bro. It's crazy. I will preserve as many of these as I can find in my old home, bro, because my mom still lives there, and I think I still have the orange Rugrats tapes, or at least one of them that are still in that house. So whenever I go back there, I'm gonna grab that too. But like this, bro, just this alone, and because this one has Shrek on it, I cannot tell you how many times my brother and I have rewound this shit and watched it from start to finish, trailers and everything, bro. Those were some fun times. And this is why this movie will always be one of my favorite of all time, bro. Like, motherfuckers today don't know nothing about this, bro. Don't know nothing about it. Oh my god, bro. It's like, I keep that. Like, that's right there is a symbol of a core memory, bro. It is. It's a symbol of a core memory, bro, that I don't ever want to forget.
かくいう俺もレコードとかのアナログ音源は初めてでさ。親子で聞く初めてのレコード。なんかよくない？
Indeed, it may suit this cafe well at that.
だろ?
So he said as an amiable smile came to his face. It's likely this expression of Inaho's is it was likely that this expression of Inaho's that charmed the regulars at this cafe.
ま、今度来た時に曲は披露するよ。
Why the fuck did I have
気に入ってくれるといいな。
Why the fuck did I have so much trouble reading that, bro? Like, oh my god, my English is fucking cooked, bro. What is wrong with me? Like, I haven't even been streaming for that long, and I feel like just like I can't read for shit. What the hell's going on, bro? Like, oh my lord. I'm fucking dying out here, bro. Also, let me go ahead and take care of this. Okay, it's just taking a while, apparently. I have to hit up a refresh on that. Okay. That sounds good to me. I couldn't come up with nothing clever to say and gave that vague-ass reply.
ごちそうさまでしたです。また来ますね。
My hair is getting in my ear, bro. Making it itch like a motherfucker.
いつでもどうぞ。
またね、ジュンくん、ジュンちゃん。
See you later.
はいです。またね、リン。
I hadn't expected to spend so much of my time with Chunyu today.
なんだかもう、ジュンヤとは今日会ったとは思えない感
And
じだ
we
ね。
ain't got no regrets. Chunyu had the same thought I'd had and gave me a peculiar smile. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised myself. I think I just got caught up in everything.
そう？ジュンヤのおかげだと思うよ。
No, definitely not. Unlike Misora, I wasn't sociable enough to make friends that fast. We only reached this point because of how forward Chunyu could be. Let's call it a day. You live nearby, don't you?
はい。では次はあさって。楽しみね。
Well, we might bump into each other at the university tomorrow.
そうだね。こういう時何と言うんだったっけ？あ、思い出した。ジュンヤ、うちのこと末永くよろしくお願いしますね。
Years? It might be more appropriate to say, I look forward to working with you instead. Was it for many years to come something you would say to a marriage partner?
そうなのです。日本語難しいね。
Chunyu groaned in exasperation. True enough, there's many nuances you wouldn't pick up on unless you lived here for a while. Alright, I should be going.
はい。では、また明日。
Peace out. See you tomorrow. Oh, well. Look who we got here.
ジュンヤさんは八方美人じゃありません。誰にでも優しいってだけなんです。
What the hell's going on here? And why is my name being brought up?
それが八方美人だって言ってんの。
When I got back to Suigendo, Aino-chan and that girl Satomi were in the middle of an argument.
あ、ジュンに、おかえり。
Now, how long you been here? You been watching this whole thing? Fuck going on here?
アズーンがジュン兄のことディスったからアイノがちょいギレ。
Azun.
アズーン。
Oh, yeah, her. Misora pointed to Asusa as she spoke. Misora wasted no time in showing off her unique communication skills. However, was she okay with being called that? She ain't seemed like the type who would be a fan of nicknames.
出てるよ。ねえ、アズーン。
その呼び方やめてってば。
アズーンって可愛いじゃん。
可愛いとか関係ないし。
ジュンヤさん、おかえりなさい。
What's good? What the hell is going on in here? Asusa tried to make a break for it the moment she laid eyes on me. It's Satomi! I quickly called out to her and she spun around to meet my gaze. I choked up on the spot thanks to her strong, piercing gaze.
あずさ、名字で呼ばないで。
I messed up. I didn't think she would get upset about that though. Things was really going terribly from the rip, wasn't they? So, Azusa, you hungry? You had dinner yet? Panic gave rise to more panic, and those words came flying out of my mouth. Oh, fuck, what was I going on about? I shouldn't have asked her that. Why couldn't I ask her something else? This was gonna make her even more suspicious of me. Oh. Her expression just now was... Wait. Was I tripping?
八方美人。
言っちゃった。あの子、ジュン兄のこと嫌いなのかな？
Well, yeah, she thinks I'm my brother's killer. Even so, you ain't got to say it out loud.
嘘嘘。みんなジュン兄ラブチだから。そうです。みんな、ジュンヤさんのことが大好きですから。
It was painful to hear her voice getting quieter, almost as if she'd been forced to say that. Well, thanks, both of y'all.
でもジュン兄の尊い犠牲のおかげで、なんとなく分かったんだな。
Figure what out?
もち、アズン攻略法。ラブチーな作戦思いついた。
Misora grinned, seemingly convinced of her own victory. You know what Misora's love cess phrasing reminds me of, bro? Just like all them times in high school where I would hear just like my peers coming up with some of just like the strangest vernacular I've ever heard, bro. And I would always be like the last to catch up on it. And anytime that I did, bro, or tried to repeat what they would say, bro, I would just end up sounding like an old man or an outsider. Like, that's normally how those situations go. So when she's talking about like being love obsessed with something, like even though like it was explained, I'm still like, what the fuck is she talking about, dog?
あの子の方がジュンヤさんに迷惑をかけてます。
I know was still sulking. She was such a good girl to get so upset on my behalf that you'd think she was angry for herself.
って、アイノ、そろそろ帰った方がよくない？
Aino took a look at her phone, then quickly grabbed her bag. Uh-oh.
すみません。私、帰りますね。
You about to... Do you take the train?
ずんと遊んでたら、時間忘れちゃったね。
She probably take the train. Nah, them trains go, bro. You missed that shit. You stuck for a whole fucking... you stuck for the rest of the night.
遊んでないよ。あの子があんまり失礼だったから。それより順に、アイノのことを送っていってあげなよ。遅くなっちゃったしさ。
Oh, really now? You gonna do that to me? Alright, good point. I mean, well, it is after dark. And true, it would be... It's more so, in Japan, it's more so the courteous thing to do. You know, especially when you're dealing with, like, a person, like, you know, who's not only like in a school uniform, but also like out at night and female, bro. It's just like, listen, it don't matter what country you from. Like, there's no telling what could happen. Like when you walk out when like, you know, a female walks out at night, at the dark with a school uniform, still on, bro. Like, it's one of the reasons why back in the day it was so stressed to be home before the street lights come on.
いいですか?
And a lot of places where my friends a lot of my friends that I knew, like, they grew up in the hood, bro, and like they always had that curfew, be home before the motherfucking street lights come on, because that's when all the motherfucking you know, bangers, buses, and ballers be coming out and, like, you know, be doing that goon shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not talking you know, like how we use gooning in this day and age. I'm talking about like goon is in like some crazy shit, you know? That's why like in my community, bro, like that's why they always like stress that curfew, is because like should nobody be out, you know. It's very risky, and you know, like there's a chance you could get caught up in something or get caught by somebody, bro, and you could, you know, worst case scenario, like, you know, like, but that's neither here nor there. But that's just what I remember, especially from like being around a lot of my peers and a lot of my friends who grew up in the hood back in the day. Ino didn't seem to fully like the idea. Was she being cautious around me? That was kind of depressing.
いいって遠慮しない.
Why are you answering for? I don't mind as long as you fine. I don't mind as long as you cool with it too, I know.
はい。よろしくお願いします.
Oh, thank God. She ain't seem to dislike me. We walked side by side after leaving Suigendo. It occurred to me that we rarely had the chance to be alone together, mostly because Miss Sora was always around. How's school going for you? Probably tough now that you a third year. That's senior life, baby.
そうですね.
It's a lot you
あ
gotta
まり
plan
変わ
for
って
in
ない
those
ですけ
years.
ど。先生たちは受験のことをよく話してるので、3年生になったんだなって感じます。
Our innocuous conversation continued on like so. Whatever the case, I couldn't come up with any topics to discuss with a high school girl. I'd feel ancient even if I even tried to ask Ino what was popular these days.
さっきの子なんですけど、あずささんって言うんですよね。純也さんとはどういう関係なんですか?
How do I get rid of the text box? I forgot what, but oh yeah, there it is. I'm just looking for like thumbnails, bro. I might take a screenshot of the moment we met Chunyu. Maybe, cause like she's been like a very huge focal point in this episode, so yeah. Might use that one. But still. What was my relationship with her? Mysterious girl that had thrown the subject of Takaya in my face out of nowhere. Objectively speaking, I couldn't call her anything more than an acquaintance. Sounds like she knew my brother, but I don't know much more than that. I only just met her recently.
お兄さんの.
Yeah. Ino cast her eyes downward. She came over to hang out at our place a lot, so Ino had known Takaya and had been around when he passed away. You don't need to worry about it too much.
はい。でも、どうしてあんなに純也さんのことを悪く言うんですか?
Because she thinks I'm the reason why he's dead. Basically.
会ったばかりで、純也さんのことを知りもしないのに。
Well, it seems Azusa's got her reasons for it. Aino's face contained a mixture of bafflement and anger. She probably disliked that I had effectively sidestepped the question. Still, I appreciate you getting so upset for my sake. I appreciate, like, for real though, I appreciate you for that, gang.
也さんのためだなんて、その。
There we go. I just like capturing the expressions. Because at the end of the day, like, this shit's still art, you know what I mean? Do you think you could just ignore her next time she comes by? Oh, and trust me, I'm fine, gang, really. I want to get to know Azusa properly, and maybe we'll reach the point where she'll eventually tell me what the hell has been bothering her. She did tell me her name, at least. It makes me wonder if Azusa is willing to meet me halfway. I wanted to believe that to be true.
すみません。
What's good, I know?
私、純也さんの気持ちも知らずに邪魔しちゃいましたよね。
Her shoulders drooped downward. Ah, I fucked up. Why couldn't I ever say anything sensible at moments like these? No, you don't need to worry about that. This is purely an issue between just the two of us, but I appreciate everything you did do for me. In fact, I think you amazing.
すごいって。
It's difficult for me to talk to her, and she's always running away from me. And yet you and Misora were able to face her head on. I'm honestly grateful. How should I put this? Thanks to you, I'm relieved to know that she's the type to open up if you just talk to her.
純也さん。
Her expression brightened. Thank God. I thought she was about to break down into tears.
よかった。私、純也さんのお役に立てて嬉しいです。
Oh, thank the Lord, bro.
もっと力になりたい
Nice
って
recovery, bro.
いつも思っているんですけど。
Do I seem that unreliable? Damn.
違います。そういう意味じゃなくて、その、私が、純也さんの、私はいつも純也さんの味方ですから。
Well, glad to know I got somebody in my corner. Yeah, I appreciate that. Sorry. I guess now ain't really the best time to have this conversation, huh? We better get you home.
はい。
Oh, that's who that silhouette is. I don't know why I just pieced that together, bro. On a quiet Saturday afternoon. So peaceful. I took a seat on the guardrail and enjoyed the tranquility of the world. What an extravagant way to spend my day off. I couldn't go anywhere this time of year. I couldn't go anywhere this time last year, after all. I looked down at... Excuse me. I looked down at my phone when it vibrated and saw a message from Chunya on the Chocotalk app. There's so many wonderful houses. I got to take a bunch of pictures too. Yeah, I'm glad for you. Chunya and I had gone on a walk around Sumisora this morning. We had checked out all of the places on her list, but she wanted to take additional exterior photos of some of the nearby houses. I offered to tag along, but she claimed it wasn't necessary and went off on her own.
契約に含まれないことを純也がする必要はないよ。ここで休んでてね。
Walked around too much though? I'm not sure. Oh gosh, she's lost. Oh my god. Should I come meet you? I just kept walking straight. I'll just go back the way I came. Alright. I guess it's fine then. Ain't no need to rush. Take care and be safe. I'll buy us drinks at the vending machines, what you want. Consider it a treat from a satisfied customer. Excuse me. It's compensation for coming out on your day off. I'd appreciate it. I'm fine with whatever you pick. This was the 4th time I guided Chunya around the city. She was direct about everything she was direct about everything she did and said. So I tried to do the same in return. Felt like I had fully opened up to her. There were several instances where the residents of the homes we visited were surprised by Chunya's candor, but I was able to smooth things over. She had gotten to see roughly half of the houses she wanted to visit, but not without adding a few more to her list while we was out and about. At the rate we was going, we'd likely finish touring Sumisora before Golden Week. Golden Week. We thought of consecutive holidays in May. It was the peak season in which all of Sumisora welcomed in a barrage of tourists. Everyone was enthused to make up for the last year. With how hyped everyone was in the shopping district, my old man and Jin would undoubtedly be swamped for the next few days. It was because of their busy schedule that Misora complained left and right about having to mind the store, but she simmered down after learning she would be compensated appropriately. I would help out Jin with work on days I wasn't guiding Chunyu, or would tend the shop in Misora's place. With all of that in place, I hadn't seen Chihaya or Hinata this week. Our schedules hadn't matched up at university either. Well, not like that was especially weird. It's about time for... Oh, I figured this was gonna happen. I'm free tomorrow. Could we meet up at the old estate? Yeah, I got the day off. Thank goodness. Come in by the afternoon. Come by in the afternoon. Jesus Christ. Hinata will tag along with us as well, of course. The fucking third wheel, bro. You don't want to meet up at Suigendo? I'm going with father to visit an acquaintance in the evening. Going out twice means getting ready twice. Oh, is that how it is? Alright, I got you, fam. You've seemed busy lately. Keep up the good work. You ain't been to your usual spot at university either. I got hired for a big job, as a tour guide. See, it's great that it's going well. Don't forget about me either. No simple minds. I got you. Renovations, huh? I wonder how those is coming along.
リノベって
Oh, shit. Hey, yo. She just, like, fucking jump scared me, bro. Or at least she jump scared him. Just straight up like, what is you doing here?
ごめんなさい
Good lord, girl, you just surprised me. Did you get to take your pictures?
はいです見て見て
Alright, there we go. Junior showed me one photo after another on her smartphone. What seemed like old, ordinary houses, to me, seemed to take on a more Japanese spirit. More of a Japanese spirit when taken from Chunyu's perspective. It was kind of wondrous.
それでリノベって日本語っぽくないね
Oh, renovations. It's basically like remodeling, I suppose. The house my friend's grandpa lived in went vacant after he passed away. We've been talking about whether it can be remodeled into a place people can hang out at.
へえそれは興味深いよ
It is because it's an old building?
それも興味あるけどリノベーションの方ね
Really? If it gets remodeled, it'll likely lose some of its former aesthetic.
時代が変われば家が変わるのは当然その変化も家の一部なのよね
Huh. I guess I just assumed you would dislike that sort of thing.
家は人の営みがあってこその場所よ建物を守るために生活が犠牲になるのは終編十も昔の人の思いを受け継ぎつつ今の人の営みを豊かにするとても大事なことね
She really hit the nail on the head with that one. Perhaps I was just being short-sighted. As impressed as I was with Chunya's perspective on the situation,
純也がどんな風にリノベーションをするのか興味あるですその家もいつか見てみたいね
are you welcome to join me?
本当に嬉しいです
Just as she was about to lean forward, Chunya was taken aback.
あでも友達は大丈夫
She had a point. I needed to be more mindful of that sort of shit. I don't think she'd mind, but I'll check with her to be sure.
はいです
I'd imagine Chihaya would get a green light with a single message to Choco. Perhaps I'd ask her about it tomorrow.
今の純也いつもより心が穏やかに見えるよ
What the hell does that mean?
さあ、お話の相手が大事な方なんじゃないです？
It didn't fully click with me, so I just shrugged. It might be because of where we is.
場所？
My brother died in an accident, and so I've come here often ever since. It's difficult to explain, but I think I feel closer to my brother here than at home.
純也、
To my surprise, Chunya leaned in close and placed her hands on my shoulders.
あなたは生きてるです。忘れないで。
Her intense gaze made my heart clench. Where's this coming from? Of course I'm alive. I gave that lighthearted response to try and gloss over the pain. She stepped away, seemingly discouraged, and took a seat on the guardrail at my side.
純也は見ていて心配になるのよね。この前友達から聞いた彼氏みたいだよ。
I appreciated the change in the subject. Junior likely hadn't planned for it, but I was grateful and went along with it. Is this friend from the university?
そう。留学して最初に仲良くなった女の子よ。すごく可愛くて、人間としても素晴らしい人です。その子、よく彼氏の愚痴をうちに言うのよ。
Excuse me. Damn. What do she complain about? Is he mistreating her or something?
じゃなくて、とても優しくて、頼めば聞いてくれるんだって。けど、それは彼女だけじゃないのよ。相手が誰であっても、とても優しくて頼みを聞いてくれる。友達は、まるでその人が自分自身を削って分け与えてるみたいだって言ってたよ。見ていて危うい。いつかなくなっちゃうんじゃないかって。
Oh, the Lord.
まあ友達は私だけ見てればいいのにって思ってるのかもね。
Junior smiled and gently shrugged her shoulders, then turned to me with a serious look in her eyes.
純也にも同じ危うさを感じるのよね。もっと自分の欲望に忠実になっていいのよ。
Right. That's easier said than done. I don't really need or want very much.
それが危ういと言っているのです。はあ。
She let out an exaggerated sigh. I had answered her honestly. Besides, what does she mean by dangerous?
まあいいよ。それよりも来週のスケジュールを決めるです。
Sure. Why don't we settle in somewhere? I think it would be awkward to keep standing around talking.
この前行ったお店がいいです。なんてところでしたっけ？
Yukuru.
そう、ゆくる。うち、あの店がとても気に入ったです。さあ、移動開始よ。
Looks like we're going back. The next day, Sunday, I fulfilled my promise of swinging by the Hojo estate where Chihaya lived. From Suigendo, it was just beyond the Hachiman shrine, then over the Shika rail tracks. It took about 15 minutes on foot if I didn't get caught up in the railway crossing, which meant we was effectively in the same neighborhood. As an aside, the Issei residence where Hinata's family lived was right next door. The Hojo and Issei families, along with their assistants, have been treated like local celebrities since the Meiji period. I ain't care about no politics or power dynamics, so that kind of shit went way over my head. Damn, it's been a while since I came here for anything other than work. The Hojo family was a valued customer of Suigendo, often employing us for odd jobs, like moving heavy objects or home repairs, each and every month. We often hung out at each other's homes when we was younger, but visits became infrequent as we got older. The last time I had come over was most likely for her engagement party to Kido. Even now, I could vividly recall how delighted Chihaya looked back then. I turned toward a sudden noise and discovered a black luxury vehicle had stopped in place. Keto held up his hand from the driver's seat. The window of the black seat opened and the head of the Hojo family appeared from within.
Junya-kun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There he is, bro. That's the big man himself. Hojo-san, good afternoon. Chihaya's father, Tadayasu Hojo, was an active member of the lower house in parliament. He was what you would call a political representative.
旧宅の話をするんだろ。千早から聞いてる。一緒に行こう。
Hojo-san got out the vehicle, then turned to Keto in the driver's seat.
夕食会は千早も連れて行く。すぐ出せるようにしておいてくれ。
心得ています。
Vehicle passed by me and headed for the parking area. It only lasted for a moment, but my eyes met Keto's.
待たせたね。さあ行こう。
Yes, sir. It was a short walk from the yard to the entryway, and the service door allowed for immediate access into the house from the parking area. If I had to guess, Hojo-san likely used this entrance regularly.
君とこうして話すのは高谷君の葬儀以来かな。改めてお悔やみを言うよ。
Allow me to thank you instead. Keto was a genuinely great help to us back then. Dad fell into deep depression after losing my brother, much worse than when we lost Mom, and Keto had taken over all of the funeral arrangements. Naturally, Hojo had been the one who instructed Keto to assist us.
君たちとは家族のようなものじゃないか。当然のことだよ。
Oh Lord, I feel nervous about a big wig saying that. I ain't remember it well, but the Hojo family had apparently assisted us back during Mom's funeral too. Jesus.
私から見ても高谷君は立派な男性だった。彼を失ったのは住空にとっても残念なことだ。
Takaya would have loved to have heard you say that. It was exactly as Hojo said. Everyone from those in the shopping district to the Young People's Association relied on Takaya. If only it wasn't for that damn accident.
時に純也君。
Rather than call for Chihaya when we walked inside, Hojo lowered his voice in an expression and grew stern. Yes?
高谷君が亡くなる前、何か変わったことはなかったかね。
Something strange. No. Nothing seemed odd at Suigendo.
そうではなく、高谷君にだ。
To Takaya? Why was Hojo asking about Takaya?
いや何、大したことではないんだが、気になることがあってね。
What was he bothered by? Hojo.
おかえりなさい、お父様。あら、純也も一緒だったのね。
What's up, girl?
外で見かけてね。これを頼む。
Your boy is here. Hojo handed his bag and cane to Chihaya.
お部屋に持って行きますね。純也はリビングね。ひなたもう来てるから。
Of course she is. Chihaya vanished up the stairs to the second floor, and Hojo looked at me with his usual gentle demeanor.
すまない。今の話は忘れてくれ。私の勘違いだった。
There's no way in hell I'm forgetting that, dog. A mistake, you say?
もう年だな。昔を思い出そうとすると、出来事が混ざってしまうようでね。
Right.
ゆっくりしていきなさい。千早は出かけるが、君たちはくつろいでいけばいい。昔のようにね。それじゃ。
Well, hello, you two.
はじめま
Long
しょう
time
か。
no see.
人が集まる場所ってどういうところかしら。
Oh, we're having a strat meeting? We began our discussion after we helped ourselves to some expensive-looking tea and sweets.
やはりお店でしょうか。
That bougie shit. A shop? That's what the initial
人
plan
が
was.
集まるって言ったらそれよね。でも 何を売る？
そうですね。和服に合わせる小物はどうでしょう。手ぬぐいとかかんざしとか。
Alright. Let's see. Japanese attire like hand towels or hairpins.
それいい。スミソラの職人さんならお願いできる人何人か知ってるわ。
Eateries are a staple too, like a cafe or a restaurant.
それもいいわね。おじいさまの家なら洋風でも和風でも雰囲気出るし。あの家、昔は専任のコックが何人もいたの。だから厨房も本格的なのよ。
Holy shit, they did? Full-time cooks. That was the Hojo family for you. They did things on such a different scale.
何を作るかにもよりますが、
Such different worlds.
食材を扱うのは管理が大変そうですね。
Yeah, that's
それ
true.
もそうね。
It's all dependent on what
売
you
る
finna
ものを
make.
絞るのはどう？出来合いのものを買ってもらうの。完売したらその日は終わり。
Like a bakery?
ドーナツ屋さんとか。
Ooh, I like that idea actually. You can't ever go wrong with donuts, dog. Can't ever go wrong with donuts.
どっちも素敵。
Krispy Kreme all fucking day, baby. Fuck Dunkin' Donuts.
他にはお店以外のアイデアはない？
Kids could come by and play in the yard if you converted it into a park.
お屋敷を丸ごと画廊にするのもありでしょうか。
なるほど。公共施設にするのね。だったら
Oh, like a rec building? Like a recreational building or something like that? I mean, I could see that idea working, considering how large a scale it is. A rec building of that scale, bro, and also, you know, it being beneficial for the kids too. Hey, that's a good idea. We had given this a lot of thought over the last week, and a variety of suggestions was being made in rapid succession. With how things was going, I bet we could nail something down in no time. Or so I thought. Hmm.
どれもよ
Now we got-
く決められないわね。
See, that's the problem. Now we got way too many ideas that sound good. So now boiling it down is probably going to be a lot more difficult. Because we got to think about, like, you know, what would Chihaya's family agree more on if they was to, like, give the blessing for it? And not that I continue to throw out more ideas while Chihaya considered the validity of our suggestions. Chihaya was also having trouble narrowing down her options, and the conversation gradually took a turn for the worse. Uh-oh.
ひとまず物を売る店にするのかどうかだけでも決めませんか？
そうよね。でもな、かんざし屋も画廊もどっちも素敵よね。
Yeah. The Hojo family owned the old estate, but Chihaya should still be the one to make that call. Unfortunately, she had always been terrible at making a decision. Oh, damn. Hinata and I both knew that, and so we ain't think anything much of it. Well, it ain't something you need to decide right away, is it?
それはそうなんだけど、大方針くらいは決められるかなって思ってたのにな。
Oh, what did you picture when you decided you wanted to create a gathering place? If it was an innocuous question, but a rather peculiar silence fell between us. Did I say something odd?
それは、ねえ。
提案したのは私です。
Oh, really now?
千早様が旧宅がなくなってしまうのは避けたいとおっしゃるので、あの家を人が集まる場所にしてはどうかと。
さすがひなたでしょ。明暗だって思ったの。
Okay.
私としては壊すまでの間の話のつもりだったんですけどね。
私は壊すのが嫌なの。
I get what's going on now. We reached the point where we come up with so many ideas that ain't none of them clicking with you, are they?
そうね。
Chihaya gazed vacantly up at the expansive ceiling.
食べ物屋さんかな。喫茶店か、レストラン。
A restaurant was a high hurdle, but as Hinata said earlier, then again, she could just change her mind later. This was her decision after all. You want to stop by Yukuru? We could scope out to get a good feel for the restaurant, and maybe even get some advice from Inaho.
いいかも。
私も賛成です。とはいえ、そろそろ支度を。
Oh yeah, she got to get to that dinner thing that she got going on, bruh. So we can't do that today. We got to do that another time.
千早さん、そろそろ支度した方がいいんじゃないかな。
Yeah, that fucking shit.
いけない。もうこんな時間。
Yeah, you better hurry up.
純也、ごめんなさい。続きはまた今度ね。
Yep. You got it.
ひなた、髪のセットお願い。
お任せください。
They stood up in unison and headed for the dough.
シゲトさん、すぐ準備しますので。
ごゆっくり。
I let out a small sigh.
お疲れだね。いつものことかな。
Huh?
ほら、千早さんの。
Well, yeah, I guess. He was referring to what I said about Chihaya's behavior the last time we didn't spoke. Had what I said bothered him? If so, then I clearly fucked up. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to talk about her behind her back. That's,
ああ、いや、いいんだ。気にしてない。大丈夫。
Kido replied in a hurried tone, then took a seat beside me for some fucking reason.
気を悪くしないでほしいんだが、千早さんが君の話をしてね。君が高谷くんのことをまだ抱えてると。
Chihaya did? Lots of people sure brought up Takaya today. God damn. I had no idea she was worried about me. I'm cool though, really. I'm fine, gang. I mean, there was times where I couldn't sleep and did mope around.
そうか。ならいいんだが、ちょっと心配になってね。
Yeah, bullshit. That is straight up. You don't give a shit about me, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate your concern.
純也くんは僕にとっても弟みたいなものだと思っている。
は？
だから困ったことがあったらいつでも言ってほしいんだ。
Ain't nothing really going on. Then it was at that moment I recalled what my old man had mentioned over breakfast. Come to think of it, I heard Takaya was searching for something.
探していた？何を？
No idea. I had only just learned about it recently from my pops. I guess there ain't really much point in asking you about it, Kido. My bad, gang.
君は何も聞いていないんだね。
Basically.
探してた高谷くんが。
Kido brought a hand to his chin and seemed to be lost in thought. You good?
いやごめん。何か思い当たるような気がしたんだが、1年前のことだろう。すぐには出てこないようだ。
Sounds about right. Hojo said something similar earlier too.
先生が
The door opened and both Chihaya and Hinata entered the room.
しげとさん、支度が済みました。
Nothing changed, bro. What the fuck? What was she getting ready for?
千早さん。
Shigeto stood up from the sofa and approached Chihaya.
華やかになったね。見違えたよ。
Am I missing something here?
Huh?
Am I missing something here, bro? What did she change? It's literally the same outfit that we saw her in. Do we just gotta use our imagination, bro? Is that what we're doing? We gotta pull a SpongeBob, bro? Just use our imagination? Cause like,
Bruh.
I don't see nothing changed.
嬉しい。
To be honest, she looked the same. Exactly what I just said, bro. Exactly what I just fucking said. But hey, I guess this is what makes us guys, bro. Sometimes, even though even though we may say like we don't recognize or like we hardly recognize them after like they getting changed or getting ready or whatever, but they come out looking like they wearing the same shit or like had the same look. It's like, I guess you got to have like them eagle eyes to see the more intricate details about what they did and what they like gussied themselves up with, bro. Probably something that I'm never ever going to actually like have the experience in. Cause let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Let's keep it a whole stack, bro. It's probably not something I'm ever going to like actually like have the experience of like it distinguishing. But whatever. I clamped my damn mouth shut when Hinata shot me a look that said, "Don't say a fucking word, bro." I swear to God, bro. This third wheel over here.
お待たせしてごめんなさい。参りましょう。
純也くんと話が盛り上がってね。退屈しなかったよ。
Just imagine her being like right next to me, bro. Like I'm talking like nose to face, bro. She like right here, making fucking eye contact. She be like, "Don't say a motherfucking word, cuz, or else you gonna join your dead brother." Like, yo, I imagine she would actually be that petty, bro.
ひなた、また今度ね。
Don't ever be fucking with the Glazers, bro, or the third wheelers or the orbiters, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, they be having like a whole different side to them. If you even question what they best friend or like they idol or whatnot does. It's crazy, bro. She more like a stand than a best friend. Yeah, later.
いってらっしゃいませ。
Chihaya coiled her arm around Shigeto's. And they walked down the corridor looking quite chummy. No plankton. Oh, man. Phew. Alright, I guess we done here? Hojo had told us to make ourselves at home, but I had no reason to overstay my welcome. After Chihaya and Shigeto left, Hinata and I left the Hojo estate soon after. Shortly after our departure, Hinata asked me to go shopping with her. Since I ain't had nothing else planned, I agreed to tag along. Took about 20 minutes by train to reach the Fujikawa station, and from there Hinata headed up the 5th floor of a nearby building. It was the sole anime goods specialty shop along with the Shika rail line. Store was jam-packed with merchandise, and starting off with manga and magazines. Manga and magazines at the entrance. It wasn't just manga either. There was anime, Blu-rays, CDs, and other goods for sale. Shelves was full of variety, like Akihabara in one building, bro. Shelves was full of a variety of large anime paraphernalia, including clear files, posters, can badges, and the like. I didn't know much about anime or manga, but I can imagine this place was like a paradise for those who enjoy that sort of thing. And the person who had brought me here, Hinata, was one such fan. Hinata scrutinized the pair of acrylic keychains in her hand. She hadn't moved a muscle after I left for the bathroom 10 minutes ago and was seemingly worrying over which one she should buy. Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos, bro? Hinata liked anime, manga, and games ever since we was little. Chihaya and I often watched, read, and played them with her. This may have held true for all little girls, but Hinata had a particularly strong attachment to princesses. There was a good chance that was related to how she had grown up watching Chihaya, who was probably the closest thing to a real life princess in her eyes. Yeah, I mean, after hearing that would make sense why she orbits her so much. Hinata's nerdy hobbies hadn't really affected us that much, even when she became addicted to consuming all things anime, manga, and games on a daily basis. She ain't hide the fact that she had nerdy interests either, and had several like-minded friends at the university. Hey, respect. Never hide the fact that you're a nerd, bro. Ever. Nerds run the entire fucking world, and there's so many people out here. There's so many people out here who still don't understand that, bro. If it wasn't for nerds, if it wasn't for the generations of nerds that have existed, bro, none of us would ever be in the position that we are in right now as far as technology. We wouldn't have half of this shit. Like I said, do not ever be afraid of being a nerd, bro. Anybody who makes fun of you for being a nerd, bro, or for like having like something that you're passionate about, fuck them. And I'm not talking biblically. Okay. Hinata generally came here with her friends, but there was times where she had me tag along instead. The reason was, namely, this. It was on them rare occasions that she asked me to help her decide on what to buy. I suggested asking her friends, but they seemed to have a similar problem when it came to buying merch. What's more, they would argue amongst themselves, and that would risk them getting banned from the store. Damn. And in truth, I would actually love to see Hinata get that worked up over something. Hinata.
ごめんなさい、まだ考え中です。
Hinata remained transfixed on the acrylic keychains in her hands as she spoke.
純也さんはどちらが可愛いと思いますか?
She held up the keychains for good measure. They was both girls, one with long pink hair in her right hand, and the other with short blue hair in her left. Hey, listen, dog. Many people who know me know I'm long hair gang all day, baby. I like my favorite hairstyles that I normally like are long hair, ponytails, long hair and ponytails, bro. But in this particular case, she's having such a hard time deciding, bro. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes when you can't decide between one or the other, if you can afford it, get them both. If I had to pick, then I feel like they go together as a set.
セット?
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it anyway. Without one, it would lower the appeal of the other.
なるほど。
Hinata sounded pleased by my response. Did that mean I made the right call?
純也さん、なかなか分かってますけど、返事にはなってませんよ。
Fuck.
What the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
I can't win with this girl, bro. I can't win at all. I cannot win with her at all, bro. She bright, bro. I cannot win, bro. The fuck? Which anime is these characters even from?
アニメではありません。チョコキャスター。コンビで配信してるんです。
We know what that means. They're VTubers, bro. Wow. Chococasters were people who streamed the live video on the website Chocotcast. That's what Hinata told me before. They're VTubers, basically. They're illustrations. These are illustrations, though. And are they the same thing as those virtual celebrities or what? Virtual celebrities. Oh, my
キャス
lord.
ターのことですか？
This nigga
そういう
sounds like
の
an
もあり
old
ます
man
が、
when he
これ
said
は
that.
違います。チョコキャスターを 2D 化した悪キーです。
Virtual celebrities, bro. Yo, I ain't never heard it said like that before. If I recall correctly, the video hosts was called live streamers. I ain't really get this whole 2Dification thing, but it was probably just they illustrated persona. They make goods for live streamers too?
タレントだって似顔絵のグッズがありますよね。あれと同じです。
Ah, that makes sense. The point being, they was treated like celebrities. Yeah, now I get it. Well, sorta. You're not to continue staring down at the acrylic keychains in her. Keychains, bro? Keychains? Are we fucking serious right now? Bro, my English is cooked, bro. I cannot read. Oh my god. I cannot read. I cannot pronounce, bro. Like, dog, what is happening? You ever heard the term, sometimes your mouth moves faster than your brain, bro? I've been doing that a lot today. Like, oh my lord, bro. Like, how? If you that unsure, why not just buy both?
できることならそうしたいです。この子たちのどちらかだけを連れて行くなんて悲しいこと。できません。
Just wear them both then. I had no idea what she was talking about, but that's just how Hinata was.
でもダメなんです。月末に推しのアルバムが出るので出費は抑えないと。
Unlike Chihaya, who could buy anything she wanted, Hinata took the time to carefully weigh her options. I doubt she was hurting for cash, but it was interesting how different they was.
今、お金があるんだから両方買えばいいのにと思ったでしょ。
Bro, this is getting creepy. How the fuck is she reading this nigga's mind like this, bro? How? I ain't said shit.
そういう顔しています。
Alright, whatever, bro. You
純
got
也
me.
さん、先ほど千早様が降りてきた時も何が変わったかわからないと思っていたでしょう。
Lady, can you stop fucking getting on my nuts like this? Like, what is happening, bro? Like, why does she confront me at like some of the most unexpected moments? Like, she's like heavy on me, bro. Like, chill, woman. Yes, that's right.
気持ちが顔に出すぎです。
Oh my god.
変わってませんね、純也さんは。昔のまま。
Like, is that a compliment or like? Because now, like, I don't know what to think no more. Cause on one instance, it sounds like you interrogating the shit out of me, and now you saying you ain't changed a bit, dog. Like, how am I supposed to take this? I'm sorry, I ain't really growing up at all.
いいえ、正直見ててほっとします。
Huh?
よし、決めました。こっちにします。で、こっちは来月を迎えということで。
You're not to place the blue-haired keychain back on the shelf and headed for the sales desk to purchase the pink-haired character. What an exchange that was. Holy shit.
Huh?
What the hell are you doing in there, girl? I have no words, bro. Oh, okay. All right. That's that was just such a weird thing to open the next scene on. What the fuck, bro? Why specifically did those have to get added in the dialogue? I saw Hinata off at the station and found my way back to Suigendo, where Misora and Asusa were silently slurping away at their squeezable ice cream milkshakes. Oh. A squeezable ice cream milkshake. I have never heard of that shit before. I don't even think I've even seen what those look like in real life. That's interesting.
Oh, Junni, okaeri.
Am I interrupting something here? Uh-oh, she about to run again, isn't she? She trying to finish up so she can run. Asusa briefly looked like a deer caught in a headlight and went back to... Okay, I'm not reading that. Like nothing had happened. I'm not reading that line out loud, bro. Hell no. Misora, what the fuck did you do?
何もまた覗き込んでたからアイス食べるって聞いたの。そしたら食べるって。そんだけ。ついに作戦発動。
Nah, it made sense. Misora was trying to butter up Asusa with food. Apparently, this wasn't the first time Asusa had come by Suigendo while I wasn't around. Misora had spoken with her every time and was slowly winning her over. Aino, who had voiced her concerns to Asusa on my behalf, and I was nothing short of grateful. And all of that had led to... Yeah, that. This then? Oh, whatever the case, I'm glad you two was getting along. It's not like we're all... What the fuck is this tsundere bullshit, bro? Are you fucking serious right now? What am I... Oh, God. Come on. Y'all wouldn't be doing shit like this if y'all wasn't, like, chummy, bro. No plankton. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to stop, you know, I'm gonna need y'all to be honest. No, is that right? Whatever the case may be, at least she wasn't outright avoiding me the second she saw my face. I really did appreciate my little sister's help, but... And pulled out a folding chair to sit in front of Asusa. Hey. Looked like she was going to continue to ignore me. Well, whatever. I was going to keep talking either way. From what I heard, Takaya was looking for something before he died. Uh-oh. Asusa's eyes have widened as if when she turned to look at me. Must have come as quite a shock as she proceeded to choke on her ice cream. Slow down. Breathe. Drink some water if you need to. Sorry, I'm gonna bring you some water. She rejected my first real attempt at having a conversation with her. That shit sucks. Asusa finally settled down in spite of the tears brimming in the corners of her lashes. She's also glaring right at me. I don't know what Takaya was searching for. Asusa, you knew Takaya, didn't you? You have any idea what that was? She remained silent and continued glaring at me. Asusa clearly had no intention of opening up to me, but when I was just about to give up... She kept her question brief. That may be the last job Takaya ever took. If he left off midway through, I want to take over for him. Basically, I'll do it in his place. Suddenly, Asusa stood up and pointed her glassy eyes toward me. Ugh. Holy shit, bro. Asusa's words pierced through straight to my heart. I had no intention of ever taking Takaya's place. I only wanted to finish whatever job he was working on. However, the searing pain in my heart was all the proof I needed to know that I was just making excuses. That realization was probably etched across my face, and Asusa likely picked up on it. At that moment, I didn't have the strength to stop Azusa from running away.
振られちゃったね、順に。
Maybe she really does hate me.
泣かない泣かない。順にの愛する妹がいっぱいラブチしてあげるからさ。
Zora embraced me from behind and gently petted my head.
よしよし。あ、そうだ、今日は順にの大好きなお好み焼きだよ。はい、ラブチおしまい。じゃあレンチンしとくから勝手に食べてね。
Microwave pancakes, bro? I don't know about that. My sister's crude method of consoling me resonated immensely in my heart. Damn. Later that night, I was feeling restless and thought of Azusa while sprawled out on my bed.
ごめん。
Why did she apologize? I'm the one who should be apologizing. I'm the one who took Takaya from her after all. A single ding from my phone notified me of a message through the Choco app. Hinata. Thank you. Hey, yo, what the fuck is this profile picture? Hello? Huh? What the fuck, dude? I have an important favor to ask. It's something I can only ask of you, Junior. That's fucking random. Well, it's good. Is you free tomorrow? Before class? Is it urgent? No, wait. I meant after. I messed up. Yo, chill, girl. I did have to go to work tomorrow, but it was the first day of Chunya Tour Guide Season 2. I did have to go to work tomorrow. It was the first day of Chunya Tour Guide Season 2. Season 2, my god. Sorry, I got work tomorrow. How about the day after tomorrow? Is she in a rush? The day after tomorrow is fine, or even tomorrow night if it's urgent. The day after tomorrow works for me as well. Okay, cool. A favor, huh? Fuck is that profile picture, though? You know what? I think that's a good place to leave it off. Cliffhanger, baby. Let's go. Easy cliffhanger, baby. Alright, I'm gonna save it here. We'll continue this either... Yeah, we'll continue this next week. Because I'm going to be off from Sunday to Tuesday because Sunday is my rest day and then Monday and Tuesday are my work day, are my like heavy work days. So yeah, we'll continue this next week. Possibly maybe either next Thursday or Friday is when I'm gonna continue this. So yeah. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. It's been really fun. Big shout outs to y'all for hanging out with me today. And really big shout out to Daisy and James for the extra support too. I appreciate y'all very much. Let's see, who the hell can we raid, bro? There's quite a few people on, but like I want to raid somebody that like I actually know. It's a Friday, so there's bound to be, you know, a bunch of peoples. Oh, we could raid Satori. Hold on. Yeah, we'll raid Satori. The man he was starting to get into streaming. He's starting to get into streaming and like, you know, like he's been like hustling lately, bro. Hustling. So yeah. Plus, Satori is a really good friend of mine. And I gotta make sure I spell his name right because it has an X in it. An X and an underscore. So yeah, we're gonna go raid him. Let's see, what can we use as the outro music here? What song is this one? Hold on. Actually, fuck that. We'll use this Luther cover. I gotta make sure I turn it down though. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Thank y'all once again for hanging out with me today, bro. Fucking today was a nice chill day. Like I said, I'm starting to lock the fuck back in on this whole streaming thing, bro. This partner grind, bro. We in this thing together. Like I said, ultimate goal, try and hit Twitch partner before October's TwitchCon. But at the same time, the other goal is to hit it before the end of the year. Because, you know, this is my 10th year making content, bro. It's crazy to believe it's already been 10 years. Like, I really appreciate all the love and support. Like, for right now, this stage we're in the partner grind. And once we meet the requirements to send in an application for Twitch partner, that's when the real push begins. And like I've gone over those metrics already, so I'm not gonna do it again. But you know, I just want to say I've been keeping a progress log. Of, you know, these first few streams and like where we at once the stats come out. So yeah, Sunday is going to be the first day that I share those in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, I definitely encourage you to join. Let me see. I definitely would encourage y'all to join the Discord. That's where I post most of the announcements for, like, you know, my content. And also you can follow me on Twitter. Why did I put lurks, bro? I'm a fucking idiot. There we go. There's the Discord link. If it doesn't work, definitely let me know, and I will make a new one for the command, the one that's permanent. But if you're not in there, definitely join up and to receive all updates. And, you know, for when I start sharing, you know, my partner grind / push progress reports. But other than that, I really appreciate y'all. Showing so much love throughout this whole journey here. But I'm gonna get going. I'll be back next Wednesday. We're gonna continue, and then we'll go straight Wednesday through Saturday that week, hopefully. I'm gonna try and not miss no days next week, bro. I'm very sorry that I missed a lot this week. I was really trying to like catch up on a lot of stuff that had been going on, and that I had already had, like, you know, a very big you know, commitment to. So apologies about that. I'm gonna try and like get back on it next week. You know, we're gonna have I got a lot planned, you know, as far as like games go, and I know for a fact we're continuing Metaphor Refantatio next Saturday, so I'll be on the lookout for that too. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and send it over to Satori. Do tell him I said hello. I'll be over there. I'll be lurking mostly. But you know, I hope y'all have a wonderful fucking day. Show Satori love, bro. Tell him I sent you. Represent yourselves in this community well, and myself. But I normally ain't got to worry about that with y'all. But yeah, I'll see y'all on Wednesday. So much love, everybody. See you next time.